And what is going on, Gorehounds? Welcome to the Gore More Podcast. I am your not so mean Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing this shit show in. However, I don't bring this shit show in alone. For with me, as always, are my beloved horror homies. Started off with that Chad Daddy, all the way down from the Chattahoochee, the Dark Lord of Knowledge, Mr. Chad Crispin.
What's up, bitches? And hello, Heather, already in the chat.
God damn.
Yeah, she's on the ball.
Sorry about that. Just moving my mic. Hell yeah. What's up, Heather? Hello,
Howdy.
hello. We have the host with the ghost, Lord Scuba Cabra, the Dean of the Deceased, the Duke of the Dead, Mr. Steve Vasquez.
What's up, baby?
You know what? I'm going to pat myself on the back, dude. I used to have so much trouble whipping out all those names of yours, dude.
I know.
I still don't have all of them, but now it just comes with like such ease. It's like, all right, now it's part of it. That's what happens when you do
You're
it.
doing
Every week,
good.
right?
You're doing good.
And we have again joining us, dude. And you know what? It just makes me happy. It makes me very happy.
I know, I
See
love
his
it.
face live all the time. We have the saucy Aussie, that doppelganger Kangabanga all the way across the world, Mr. Brody Kane.
Howdy, y'all motherfuckers, and thank you for having me once again. It is
Oh,
It is
Oh,
our
it's fun.
pleasure. We love it.
Yeah.
We love having you on.
When it's even an ask, it's not even like it needs to be an ask. It's like, yeah, dude, just step
Yeah,
on
just
it.
fucking
Doors
Yeah,
open.
You don't have
I
to
thought,
ask.
I thought I'd do the right thing and just say,
Ah, homie, you're in the countdown at the beginning, man.
Yeah, you're in the
like, you know what I
title
mean? Like,
Like,
true. Fuck.
no, you're
Wait,
fine,
wait.
man.
you know, when I talk about the
guys-
show,
Did you guys hear that?
What?
You guys hear that sound? You don't hear
No.
the sound of all those panties dropping from Brody being on?
oh,
That's
baby.
right. Oh yeah.
Mm. But anytime I pitch the show to
suspect.
people, I'm like, oh yeah, you know, it's me, and then we have somebody in Jersey, somebody in Pennsylvania, somebody in New York. Oh, and then my buddy Brody, all the way in Australia.
I do the same thing, dude. Brody's the
He's our
selling
selling point. He's
where
our
it's
selling
just
point.
like, yo, man, we also got an Aussie on the team, and they're like, oh, really? And I was like, yeah, man, it's awesome, dude.
Stop it. Stop it. You're all embarrassing me. Stop
Well, embarrassment is okay, but it's true. Like, it works, man. Like, I mean, dude, it would sell to me, so that's why I use
Yeah.
it too. You know,
Oh yeah.
for sure.
It kind of works. Sorry, it kind of works both ways. Like, people will ask me how's the podcasting going, and I go, yeah, no, it's good. And I think they expect me to say it's just me and a bunch of Australians. And then I'll say, no, I'm on with this show with Americans. They're like, what? Oh, where are they from? You know, Pittsburgh or wherever, you know, Texas. And yeah, no, they're just as interested as much as it is vice versa over there. And
Nice.
I actually had one of them go to me, do they watch Bluey? And I said,
yes!
you wouldn't fucking read about it. They
They're like,
asked me
bro,
about Bluey.
listen to the fucking show, man. Like,
So I'm
becoming
kinda
a
wondering-
weekly fucking sidebar.
I'm wondering if you tell them that Scuba Steve's from Texas, do they watch hoping he's wearing like this big 10-gallon hat?
Dude,
Shooting
I hate you,
pistols in
Chad
the air.
Daddy, because I was literally gonna say, I bet you they tune in expecting me to have a big old 10-gallon hat. And be
So
like,
wait, if you're going with generalized stereotypes, dude, if I'm from New
Fucking
York,
lessons.
like, am I fucking like Bronx, New York, dude, or like?
get the fucking walk
Yeah.
out here.
I think I did that stereotype shit on one of the Texas Chainsaw episodes where I was wearing the cowboy hat. And I
Yes.
remember Steve just like calling me out straight away. He's like, you son of a bitch.
That's like everybody just assuming Texas and or Mexico is just like yellow filter. Just
Look,
because, you know what I mean?
I thought Australia was like Mad Max before I met Brody.
It is. Have you not seen the animals they fucking deal? Maybe not Mad Max, more like
It's Fallout. It's Fallout. is what it is.
Arachnophobia, Jaws.
I was gonna
fucking
say, what was it? What was that movie on John Carter where he's fighting giant monster? Yeah,
people.
yeah, that shit, dude.
and
I love-
Crocodile
I love-
Dundee all mixed
love
into
sh-
one.
I love showing Steph all the fucking Huntsman videos that Brody sends me all the time.
Mm-hmm.
She'll just say, she's like, nope, not looking.
But
I was like, hey, look what Brody sent me.
Brody actually sent me a video this morning, and I should load it on here. I wonder if I can. Oh no, you sent that to me on fucking Instagram. I don't think I can.
Oh,
But it was from what we're talking about today, and that would be 1978's Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Did he send it to you too? Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna do this.
Oh
You guys
God,
can
I
see
showed
this?
Steph that.
You can see that? Yeah.
that.
Hopefully you know what I'm
What the
talking
fuck
about.
am
If
I
you
watching?
don't, then yes.
Oh god
Whatever.
damn it! I hardly ever open my Instagram messages, but I just opened it right now, and god damn it!
probably
I
send
know
you
you,
about-
you definitely like pop in like every couple of weeks because I know I'll like spam the shit out of you.
Yeah, and then I'm
Oh,
there
yeah, I
laugh
sent-
reacting at everything.
But no, man, we are. I believe this is a Chad Daddy pick, correct?
Hell yeah, it is.
Chad Daddy, I'm gonna just say first and foremost, thank you, man, because I have never seen this movie in full completion until yesterday. So
My
What-
pleasure. I don't think Lord Scuba Cabra shares your sentiment though. But we'll get
well,
there.
that's fair.
We'll get
But
there.
I
We'll
also
get there.
know Mr. Kane has never seen this movie. So
Yeah, and I
I'm
had
gonna
never
say-
seen it either.
Which is funny because
Oh.
he put Body Snatchers on here, not this one.
90s,
so,
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the 90s one.
Okay.
Which I think
Fair.
we have scheduled for May, but I may bump it up.
Yes, I believe so.
I think I've seen the '90s one. I'm pretty sure I have. I've never seen this one.
The
I've
90s
never
one is
seen
on
the
the
90s.
military base.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
I'd have to watch it to see if I recognize it, but awesome nonetheless, dude. Can I just say, minus the and it was still awesome, so I'm not gonna shit on it, but the differencing of Willy's Wonderland this month has been a solid like nugget of just body snatching, honestly.
Mhm.
Started with Freddy's 2. I mean, it's body snatching in a totally different vein, but it is nonetheless. And then obviously we did Faculty, which is once again, you know, and here we are, man. It's a very, even the wife asked, she's like, are you guys having a theme this month? And I was like, kinda.
It was not unintentional.
Yeah.
There you go.
It was planned.
So, oh, what's up, Ben?
Invasion of the
Invasion of the Brody Snatches. Oh shit.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you.
That'd be fun.
Snatch
But
all
yeah,
your asses.
so obviously we are missing our beloved Meat Mountain, Mr. Bobby Amone. He is enjoying himself down in the sunny state of Florida.
Yeah,
I think he's down in Orlando right now, if I'm not mistaken, right, boys?
He's on vacation again.
You know what, man? That's fine. I get to
Lucky
see the big
bastard.
lug in less than fucking how many fucking days? 11 days. Nice.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I haven't had a vacation in 5 years, so fuck you, bro. Bobby.
I was going to say, what did I do?
No, dude. Fucking I hope he's good. I'm gonna, I hope he's wearing sunscreen. I don't know if that boy. I mean, he's Italian. He should tan, you would think, but I don't know. I'm darker than Scoob, so you never know.
Well, for being Mexican, you see the red tint on my face right now from my LED light. This is what occurs when I'm in the sun too long.
It
I do
happens.
not brown at all.
Not even after the first reddening. Like it won't
Nope.
go to a nice base tan.
Wow, you don't even get a base tan, huh?
Not even
Damn.
a base tan. Nope.
Sucks, bro. That
Yeah.
sucks. All right, so we're gonna do what we always do. Scoops, how's the pipes feeling this week? You okay or no? If you're no K, I can load up variant Scoops.
Load up variant scoop only
problem.
because
Oh, napping?
they fell asleep. So
No.
yeah, but it was
After
both
you-
of them. So it's
After
fine.
you yelled at them too.
Well,
You know what? If they're both sleeping though, that's okay, right?
yeah. Because I mean, I don't risk seeing little baby Charlie
Mhm.
crawling off the edge of the bed. You know.
Exactly. All righty, so we're gonna pull in variant scubas here. So with your cheesy self, if you could please.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your
And now I want pizza.
Man, that guy's sexy.
Fucking A is, dude. He
Yes,
makes me
Heather, we
hungry
are still
every
getting
time.
we're still getting Heather's messages, by the way.
No, yes, we are good. We got Heather and Ben so far. Anybody else in there? Thank you for joining us. If you could help share, that'd be awesome too. I'm still going.
Yes, indeed.
So, all right, Chad Daddy, how you been, homie?
Not too bad, it wasn't too bad of a week. I got my car inspected, which wasn't I knew it was going to need some stuff. I actually took it last Monday and it did not pass inspection, but it just needed 2 front tires, which I already knew, and the light above the license plate, which it's not just a light bulb. It's all like one module. So it was a light bulb and the handle for the latch,
Mm-hmm.
which of course it's a dealer part. So instead of, going to the Ford dealership and saying, hey, I need this and paying $50 to $60, I found it on eBay for $18.
eBay's the place to go for car parts, man.
Yes.
Yep.
So I got that that came Friday, and it came at the perfect time because, it was my day off. I got my tax return on Friday, so I was able to go get the tires. So I'm looking up how to change this part. And all these people have these videos where they're tearing the inside of the fucking hood latched and the hood and everything, not the hood, the trunk lid and everything, tearing it all apart, and you have to pry this off. And then I found on Reddit, people are saying, some guys like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I took mine to the Ford garage. The tech came out and just popped it out from the front. So I'm like, okay, because I can see it just has 2 little clips right there. It took me longer to find a screwdriver than it took to fucking replace that.
Hell yeah, man. And that's why you never
Nice.
go with the first thing you see. Always keep looking.
Yep.
You know what?
So that,
Say what you want, dude. I love Reddit. Sometimes it's a fucking.
oh, I love Reddit. Reddit's great.
Yep.
Sometimes you're kind of like,
It
whatever.
depends on the rabbit hole you go down.
Correct. Absolutely. But most of the time, fantastic, dude.
Oh yeah, like for anything to do with cars or anything like that, any tech questions, Reddit's the first place I usually want to go.
Word. What
I
the
hate
fuck
Ben.
did Ben say?
I hate him. He's an idiot. He's
Oh my god. Ah! Hell yeah.
So
And
yeah,
they were-
aside-
and they weren't filmed a long time ago.
anyway, aside from that, it was a pretty chill weekend. The usual, going bowling with the kids. Had a birthday party with Steph's friends' kids yesterday. Watched this on Saturday actually because I knew I wasn't gonna have time to watch it yesterday.
Yo, how long is that bowling league season? I think I've asked you this before.
6 fucking months.
But... God damn.
Wow.
Yeah, it
God
is long.
damn.
But we're coming up to the very end of it. It ends, I think, the first week of April. It's done.
I mean, if they like bowling, fantastic, dude. I'm
They
not gonna
do.
say anything bad against that, but god damn.
I lose
That's 6 months of Saturdays, bro.
Yes,
Holy
awful.
shit.
6 months of Saturdays, and and it's going to get worse because my son and daughter, Cameron and Harper, they're going to be in soccer right after this. Guess when their games are? Fucking Saturdays.
God, being a good dad's so hard sometimes.
Soccer's not bad. Soccer is like a 10-minute drive from here versus 30 minutes.
But
up to the bowling
soccer,
alley.
you could also drink at.
No.
Why?
Well, I mean, if you hide it, I mean, they don't have.
What are you talking about? I have this 20-ounce bottle of Coke. There's nothing else in this besides Coke.
I mean, we just take not bottles of water, we take containers and stuff. So that didn't fucking know.
Dude, my buddy's old man used to come with pre-made 6-packs, dude. He would take caffeine-free Pepsi, dump it out to 1/3 of a bottle, and then pour the rest with fucking rum. Oh yeah, dude.
He has just enough Pepsi to change the color of it.
Yep. And I remember the first time I was old enough and he gave me one, I was like, oh, it's like that's not rum and Coke, man. That's just rum.
Another
With a
nice thing
splash of
about
Coke.
another nice thing about soccer is the games are an hour versus being up at the bowling alley for 5 hours.
Fair. Ooh,
Yeah.
5 hours? Sheesh.
They bowl in different leagues because Chloe's older and Cameron's younger, so it takes her hour and a half
You
to
know what?
almost 2 hours to
God
bowl.
bless you and Steph, man.
Yep.
God, that's all I'm gonna say. Like, that's fantastic on you guys.
Mhm.
Holy shit.
But
Yeah,
yeah, that was my weekend really. So
Sam has kickball, and I've gone to 10 of her games the entire time she's played since she's been 4. And this is her last year playing because, I mean, she already graduated and stuff. So she's like, "You coming to my games?" I said, "No, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna waste 2 hours before I have to go to work. It's not gonna happen."
Now here's my question, homie. Does she come to your matches?
She does not.
Okay,
aha.
okay, never mind. I was gonna say
Yeah.
if she does,
She would come to boo him because he doesn't go to her.
If she goes to your matches, I feel like it's a fair trade-off that you have
No,
to
but
go
she knows. But she usually makes it for all stars. Kickball's really big here in Texas. It's so stupid. They
I
have
think
a
you've told us
statewide,
about it.
yeah,
Yeah,
they have a
we've-
statewide tournament. It's
Yeah, that
just
sounds
ridiculous.
awesome.
That does.
But that I go to that if she makes it for all, which she's made it almost every damn year. So that,
Oh, wow.
yeah, so that I will go to. But regular games, I'm like, whatever. I don't give a shit.
Fantastic. Hey, man, it's all good. Anything else, Chad Daddy?
Not really.
All righty, Scuba Steve. We'll just hand it right back to you.
Well, last Wednesday I got to see Bluey live, and it was freaking awesome. It was so cool.
Speaking of Blue, did you hear the news?
What?
That, about the 2 new episodes?
Oh, yes.
They drop April 7th. Was it April 7th or something like
Yeah,
April
I think
7th?
so. Yeah.
April 7th and then the following week, and it's a worldwide premiere. So they drop
Awesome.
everywhere the same day.
Hell yeah. But it was pretty cool seeing it live. And all it was, it's literally like a 50-minute episode of Bluey acted out on stage with giant puppets. But it was cool. Charlie was dancing the entire time.
Nice.
All the little, like, just seeing all the smiles on the little kids' faces, and you know, and it was just it was cool. It was really cool. And there was even a part where Mel teared up because Chili ends up calling her sister because they're you know, they talk about the aunt or whatever and why they haven't been in
Aunt
contact
Brandy.
with each other. And she's like, well, you know, Aunt Brandy and I, you know, we sometimes sisters don't get along. It was basically the episode where Bluey and God damn it, Bingo fight or are fighting because Bingo wants to copy everything Bluey does. That's the episode that was on stage. And so it was really cool. It was really cool seeing it. Charlie loved it. Then they at the end, they threw out these giant balloon balls to play Keepy Uppy. So everybody was playing Keepy Uppy.
Nice.
Like it was cool. And then Thursday, of course, was my birthday. I took the day off of work.
Birthday.
Thank you. I took the day off from work because they give you a free floater day for your birthday month. So I could have taken it off anytime. So I decided to take it off on my birthday. Just kind of hung out here at the house, didn't really do much, went to go eat, and then I worked and came home. Got stuff ready for Friday. We hit the road to San Antonio. My mom and my family from Odessa decided to surprise me in San Antonio. So it was really cool that everybody came and got together. Took my grandma. My grandma hasn't been to San Antonio in maybe 30 years. So bought a wheelchair and just pushed her around San Antonio, showed her the Alamo, took her inside. Mel took her inside the church. Like it was really cool. Like just everybody getting together. I got to go see Seinfeld live, which was really cool. Last minute.
That I am super jelly of.
Same.
Well, I laughed my ass off, you know, and his comedy is very clean. He's not a raunchy comic.
No.
But a lot of his stuff is, if you weren't born here in the States or used to like old school sitcoms and stuff, you don't get the humor, you know, because he's talking about how, you know, oh, well, my wife this and blah, 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 blah. And so some of the jokes weren't hitting for Mel because she doesn't.
Bobby's here. And
Bobby,
Gene,
what up, Bobby? How's it going, Gene? But she a lot of the jokes didn't hit for her. She's like, I don't get it. Why is that funny? I'm like, it's just kind of like an American thing. Like, you know,
oh yeah.
So
okay.
she's like, I feel like we got robbed because the tickets were pretty pricey. We ended up spending like $500 for the tickets to see him. But I laughed my ass off. I thought it was funny. But it was really cool seeing him live.
Interesting. That's well, and you got to ask him a question.
Yeah. Oh, and I did get to ask him a question. So he ended his set, walked off the stage, and then everybody gave him a standing ovation. And then he came back out and he's like, oh, I didn't deserve that, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I don't have any more time to tell any more jokes, but does anybody have any questions? And so I scream out, will we get new episodes of Seinfeld? And he's like, what? And I said, will you reboot Seinfeld? And he's like, will I reboot Seinfeld? And so he starts talking a little bit and he's like, but the short answer is no. And I'm like, God damn it.
I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, would it work nowadays?
I think it would, because there's a lot of, they've been in jail this whole time. So it would be them adjusting to the new society.
Have you seen the Curb Your Enthusiasm episode where they go back and they do a Seinfeld episode?
No.
Check that out.
Ooh.
It's what it would almost be now.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's a few years ago, obviously, but yeah, check that out.
So then, what did we do yesterday? Yesterday we went to, Mel wanted to go to a thrift store just to go check out the thrift stores in San Antonio. I love going to thrift stores. And we went, I didn't find anything there. There was a tattoo shop right next door, and Sam was begging me for us to get tattoos. We didn't get one, however, but we got an idea for a tattoo that we're gonna get. She wants to get Pickle Rick. She loves Rick and Morty. She wants to get Pickle Rick tattooed on her. And I said, well, how about I get Pickle Rick, you get Pickle Morty? And she just started cracking up. And so she gets online to see if there's a Pickle Morty. She found a Pickle Morty that she wants. So we're gonna go get Rick and Morty tattoos.
All right. I know it wouldn't really. It would kind of fit the theme, but it wouldn't. But like, instead of doing, like, if you were just doing pickle characters, why not Pickle's Cage?
That would be hilarious. So I made a shirt for my buddy Richard that had Pickle's Cage on it. Like it's a pickle with Nicolas Cage.
Or do a Danny DeVito on a Cheeto.
Oh,
Like by magnet.
That'd be great, but it's the Rick and Morty thing for her.
That's fair.
So then we told Damien, we're like, hey, you can get a tattoo with this also. You can get a Pickle Morty since Rick's always changing Mortys. You can get a Pickle Morty tattoo also, but with a fro since you have a fro. And he's like, I don't even like Rick and Morty, but fuck, that's funny. And I'm like, cool. So then I got to
I've never truly watched it myself.
I couldn't get into it. I gave it a couple episodes a try. Yeah,
I fucking love it. So then we came home. Oh, and there was a Halloween shop right next in that little shopping center. I walked in. They had some pretty cool shit. I bought a Fatso Killer Clowns figure, and then this gauntlet that has all these fucking spikes on it that I'm gonna wear when I wrestle. Of course, I'll take it off before I hit anybody, but I'm like, oh, that would look cool with my character. Then they have a haunted doll in that store that I had heard about on TikTok before. And I'm like, holy shit, like this is dope. Like I've seen you guys on TikTok. I've always wanted to come here. I didn't know this was the place. So I got to see the haunted doll. They gave me some equipment to sit back there with the doll. As soon as I turned the fucking spirit box on, and because I was talking, I said, hi, blah, blah, blah. It said, hi, Steve. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, how do you know my fucking name? I've never been here before. So Sam was completely creeped out. And
She's watching you on TikTok, bro.
So once the doll, and the doll's name's Sarah. Once you could tell Sam was getting scared, whatever was talking to us kind of just backed off and everything stopped because there was a REM pod in there that was going off when I was asking questions. The cat balls were lighting up. And then all of a sudden, just complete stop because Sam was scared. And I'm like, well, I guess it doesn't want to scare you. So we left, came home, started watching this movie. I fell asleep, started watching it again today. I fell asleep, and then I finished it finally.
There you go.
Brody.
Had a hell of a weekend, bud.
Yeah.
Solid week. Right, over to me. Is it? Well, fucking, what have I been up to? Oh, yeah. Essentially getting my old job back, which is good.
yeah.
The only downside of that is I probably won't be live with you guys as much as I have been.
Damn.
So obviously the videos will come in, but there may be some days here and there that I'll be able to join you live, obviously. Other than that, I watched The Iron Claw for the first time.
And yeah.
Great.
I cried
movie.
like a little fucking bitch at the end of that movie.
Bro, that ending is so good. Like,
yeah. Oh, it is. Yeah. Like I've never, ever, like you go through the emotional stage of some, films, but this film like really fucking made tears fall from my fucking face. I tell you, like it really, this is the film that will make me, every time I view it, that ending, the last 20 minutes gets me every time.
Yeah.
Question for you. Did you know anything about their story going into this?
I'd when the film was getting released or when it got in production or whatever it was, I'd heard about it from other people. I think the boss man was mentioning something about the family, and then I spoiled it by looking up the family and it told me everything. So I knew pretty much everything going into this movie about the tragic events of what happened. So I wish I hadn't have done that because it probably would have been more of an impact, even though it was, still a bit of an impact because I'd spoiled it for myself. But yeah, this was an absolute fantastic film. I can't believe I'm not really all about Oscars and all that shit. But I do feel like this is a film that got Oscar snubbed.
Yeah.
So like it really, really bad.
Interesting.
the performances in that film was absolutely flawless. I mean, Zac Efron was great, but the one that stood out for me was Jeremy. What's his name? He's in The Bear, the TV show The Bear.
Okay.
Yeah, Jeremy.
He was also in
Is it Shameless?
Shameless. Yeah, he was also in Shameless. I don't remember his last name.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, cried like a little bitch to that. And then I watched this film. Thank you, Chad, for picking it this week because I'd never seen this film before and I've always wanted to. And then I followed it up with the 93 remake, which we will be doing later this season.
Nice.
And it was kind of cool just to sort of see like a little bit of the comparisons between the two. I feel like the 93 remake explains a little bit more about the pods than this film, to which we'll eventually talk about.
Yeah.
Like I've got a couple of questions I want to run by you guys.
Yeah, the 93 one goes into more detail. And it actually explains more like the thing with the garbage trucks.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
I'm glad you brought that up because that is a huge question of mine.
Yep. And also for the fact that, the pod actually has to be fucking next to you to replicate someone. It's not like it's
that makes more
telepathic.
sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah. And
like
you
how
will
it was in that garden and shit, but
yeah, it was a bit of a head fuck. But yeah, not much else really. I'm really keen to talk about this film today with you guys. But hand it over to you, John.
Alrighty, well, I'll keep it short and sweet because I didn't do too much this weekend except for get some fucking food poisoning. That was awesome.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Went to fucking Chili's with the family, dude, and the chili hit me. Bad. Like, it was really bad. So bad, dude, that like how the light looks on Steve's face right now. I looked like I got sunburned because I busted all the capillaries in my face from fucking Ralphing so hard, dude. And so it was like the whole next day, I'm like, my face, like I was also wearing a red shirt, and I'm just like, is it my shirt reflecting off my face? Or is my face that fucking red? Jen's like, no, it's that red.
Dude, I have never had a good experience at Chili's, but it's never been that bad.
It was and let's just say, like, for some reason, whenever that happens to me, it just scares the ever living fuck out of my family because apparently I do. I'm not even gonna deny it. I power vomit like fucking The Exorcist.
So do I.
So it's just
same.
Yeah, it's almost ridiculous.
Yeah, when I get sick,
God
the whole
forbid
house
it.
hears
God forbid if you can't make it and you try to do like the like that doesn't matter. Then it's just everywhere. It's worse.
That's just like a vomit tornado.
Oh, it was bad. So yeah, that was my Saturday night. It was pretty fucking bad. But no, man. Other than that, I didn't do much this weekend, man, because that pretty much took me the fuck out. Friday, what the hell did we do Friday? I don't think I fucking did anything, man. One thing I did though is I did start working. I continued working on my costume for next week, 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, whatever, for Monster Mania. So I got myself a sweet plastic sword because I'm 8 years old, and and it's a sweet fucking Excalibur sword, dude. And I'm gonna have fun with it, and then I'm gonna have John Cleese sign it, and then that's gonna be my memorabilia with his signature on it.
That's great.
And right now I'm also painting up my shield. And yeah, man, that's gonna be a fun fucking costume. Other than that, just a little bit of gaming and chores when I was finally feeling better. And then I finally fucking watched this movie, dude. To which I'm excited to talk about because, well, I have only seen bits and pieces of this since my youth. And so I can't even say I've ever really seen this movie 100%. I've only seen sections of it. I've definitely seen the ending of it, but the ending doesn't mean shit if you don't see like the last like almost 20 minutes of it. It's just some dude screaming, and you're like, yeah, okay, well, sure. Right. As the first time I watched that as a kid, that's what I caught, and I was like, huh, I don't get it. Sure, yeah.
I don't get it.
I like the scream, but no, man, I'm going to hand this over to Chad Daddy. This was his pick. So, Chad, if you want to do that plot rundown.
All righty. Released December 22nd, 1978. Under cover of darkness, while an unsuspecting city sleeps, an alien life form begins to sow the seeds of unspeakable terror. One by one, the residents of San Francisco are becoming drone-like shadows of their former selves. As the phenomenon spread, two Department of Health workers, Matthew and Elizabeth, uncover the horrifying truth. Mysterious pods are cloning humans and destroying the originals. The unworldly invasion grows stronger with each passing minute, hurling Matthew and Elizabeth into a desperate race to save not only their lives, but the future of the entire human race.
Ba-ba-ba.
Directed by Mr. Philip Kaufman, The Right Stuff, The Unbearable Lightness of Being.
You got
Written
that
by-
right stuff.
Yeah, written by
Baby.
W.D. Richter, Big Trouble in Little China, which we'll be talking
Ooh.
about in the future, and Stealth.
Are we
And
doing that this year?
That's on my list, I believe.
Fuck
Double
yeah,
check.
dude. I remember we talked about it. I didn't know if it actually got thrown on there. No
Hell
shit.
yeah.
Nice.
I don't care. I consider it's a little bit of everything, so it falls well
Hey,
into the gore and more.
Yep, it sure does.
And I can
Mhm.
guarantee you it's going to be an almost perfect 5. If anybody doesn't
Year
know,
5, baby. Don't fucking matter
Yep.
no more.
Yeah.
Yep.
And produced by Robert H. Solo, Above the Law, and Colors. Take it away, Mr. Brody Kane.
So, starring Donald Sutherland, who was in Animal House, The Puppet Masters as Matthew Bennell. Shit, sorry. Brooke Adams, The Dead Zone, The Unborn, as Elizabeth Driscoll. Jeff Goldblum, the man himself, from
Yeah.
Independence Day, Thor Ragnarok, and I'm going to fucking say it, The Fly. As Jack Belices,
Belichick.
Belichick, fuck. Um,
I know it's spelled real weird.
Mm-hmm.
goddamn weird names. Veronica Cartwright, Alien, Scary Movie 2 as Nancy. Yeah,
Belichick.
just Belichick. Fuck, I really do feel like Bobby today.
What the hell is she in Scary Movie 2? I am
She was
brain
the mom
dead.
at the beginning, the
Mhm.
Exorcist mom.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers to-
I always forget about the beginning of that movie in comparison to the rest of the movie.
That
because
was the
it's-
best part of the movie to me. The rest of it sucked compared to that.
I like the second one, dude. I don't know. It still wasn't as good as the first one, but
The third one was better.
what's his name, dude? Every time he's like, "Don't worry, I could do it myself," and he's got cheese all over his face.
I don't need your help. I can do it myself.
Yep. Gross. Go ahead, Brody.
Leonard Nimoy, Transformers the movie, the Page Master as David.
Page Master.
Kidnap-
Fuck yeah.
We all know he's in Star Trek. Come on.
Page Master's a throwback, bro.
That is
Like,
I made Mel watch that a few months ago, and I hadn't seen it since I was a kid, and it's still, I love it. But fuck the game.
So we have Art Hindle, Black Christmas Porkies as Dr. Jeffrey Howe. Leila Goldoni, The Unseen, The Devil Inside as Catherine Hendley. With a body count total
everyone?
of everyone? Question mark.
-1.
Or is it?
Or is
Had to
it?
sleep sometime.
Yeah. Music by Denny Zeitlin, Sesame Street, The Deceived. Cinematography by Michael Chapman, The Lost Boys and Ghostbuster 2. Edited by Douglas Stewart, Jinxed, The Right Stuff. Effects and makeup by Russ Hesse, The Ice Pirates, Hard to Kill. Del Rayum, The Amityville Horror, Tracers 2. Distributed by United Artists. Runtime of 115 little people. MPAA rating, PG. Budget, gross, $24.9 million.
No budget.
I looked. I couldn't find it.
Interesting.
And I was pressed for time, so I didn't really.
So I'm going to say it right from the get-go, and I feel like Chad did mention it last week, but I, being the person that I am, and very forgetful, totally did not remember the fact that this movie had PG titties in it, dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
It did.
And I cannot say other than Howard the Duck that I can think of PG titties, dude. And those aren't even real titties. Those don't even count. Those are fake titties. These are real.
They
But,
were nice
like,
too.
They were.
The
And I'm
budget,
pretty sure Brody even mentioned, at least him and I think we got a little even bush behind the bush.
Maybe.
So,
the
it's,
budget was $3.5 million.
Okay.
oh, okay. So they definitely made their money back.
Yeah.
Nice.
Where did you find that?
On IMDb.
I didn't see it there.
First thing that pops up.
But no, this movie, obviously it's a remake. We did not cover the 50s version.
It doesn't fit into our show. It's pure sci-fi.
I mean, I don't know, dude. I wouldn't mind doing like the old school Blob at some point, maybe.
I would totally do that. I'd be
Would
down
that
for
work? Would that be not? Is that still on the cusp of horror sci-fi?
That's yeah.
I mean, you're still getting people getting eaten, so I consider it. But so all right, Brody, you said this was your first watch. Scoobs, this was also your first watch,
Mhm.
and I'm kind of right there. This is like I had a little fun, but I didn't go all the way last time, so I did.
It was just the tip last time.
That's right.
This is the first time I'd seen it in almost probably at least a decade. And I can tell you the last time I saw it because it was right after me and Steph moved into the trailer that we were living in. We came back from a walk and like, let's watch this in. And so I'm sitting there watching it and I'm texting Gene as I'm watching this. And he's like, "Hey, you watching?" I'm like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm watching Invasion of the Body Snatchers." Next thing I do is I just get a picture from Gene and it's the fucking ending. It's fucking Donald Sutherland at the end. I'm like, Gene.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if he remembers, but that was fucking hilarious. Classic Gene right there.
I like this movie. It was a little bit slow, maybe.
It is.
in
the middle, it's a slow burn. Yeah.
The wife even she's like, "This kind of slow," and I go, "Yeah." I go, but at the same time, I feel the suspense of just consistently wondering who has turned at this point. Keeps me interested in it the whole time. You know,
it does seem slow, but go back and rewatch it. And
I don't personally think it was, but
watch what's going on in the background.
Yes.
Yeah, and I did pay attention to that because that's kind of what I do with every film, just because I want to see if anybody like fucks up or shows their nuts on screen or something. So I'm always watching like the background actors, and you could definitely tell they put a lot of, hey, this is going on in front of you, but we want you to do this in the background. And there's a lot of people just,
oh yeah,
you know,
all
and
stairs
it was
and
creepy.
just-
It was
It
creepy.
was awesome, dude.
A perfect scene that sums that up is when they drive past the guy that tried to warn him, and then he gets
and then he gets killed.
You look at the people there looking over his body. There's an emotionless. Then there's like one guy there that's really concerned, and the next two are like emotionless. So it's a really great anatomy of that scene that really showcases that
100%.
broadness.
Yeah, you keep watching the background, and you'll see how quickly they're starting to be taken over.
But you know what I do love about this movie is it gives us the explanation on how they came to Earth, which was my bitch about the faculty. We didn't know how they got here. So maybe it was kind of the same way. Maybe they got here kind of the same way.
Traveled the celestial winds.
Yeah. And so I actually like that explanation that they were from another planet, but they rode the fucking solar winds to Earth and just started fucking. Now, here's my thing. Were they always a plant-based entity, or was it because that's what they landed on Earth?
So they're like the Thing. Like they always just turn into whatever
whatever they touch first.
It seems to me like it was them landing on the plants because you see them, spreading onto the plant.
Yeah.
And, replicating that and growing from that.
I think there is species that has come from another planet before. All right, so there are species that has come to that planet that they were on that we see at the start of the film. They've wiped them out. Then they're able to replicate that species on that planet to whatever degree and wipe them out, and then move along to our planet and morph themselves into whatever it is. They're like it's like the Thing, whatever it needs to be,
is what it is.
Transform itself. Yeah.
Let's say, going off that basis, like let's say they do take over Earth. What is it? They take over Earth and then they just disintegrate those forms and then fly to the skies, or do they still retain Earth and then just send out more spores after the fact? So it's more of like a solar system galaxy takeover.
Yeah, because it really never explains what the end game is.
Right. There's no but they don't seem like they want to kill each other or anything. You know what I mean? It's more like a hive mind. Like
exactly.
No, we're this peace, this one thought general. We're all working together for one specific thing.
See, and there's an episode of Rick and Morty that has a hive mind in it, and because I had never seen this before, they took a lot from this movie into that episode of Rick and Morty, because one of the hive minds, when it realizes that Rick is not assimilated by the other hive mind that's there, it does the fucking shriek and the point. So now it makes more sense and it makes it more funny for me. But I was sitting there thinking, this is on Rick and Morty.
Everything is in something else.
Yes.
They did that on an episode of Futurama too, when Fry and Leela were on the planet of the robots.
Yeah.
I don't know if I remember that one.
Oh, it was
probably
old. That was like first or second season, I think.
No, but I feel like this movie really sets up the suspense. Like,
Yep.
and that's what this movie's more about. Like in the terms of horror. Like, yeah, we get some horrific stuff. We get some weird, like, gross bodies and being made, and we get one that gets hacked with a hoe. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
But other than that, it's more about just the creep factor of not being able to trust anything, which is, one of our favorite. That's one of our favorite themes in a lot of our movies that we talk about, things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to remember, this and the original came out at the height of the Cold War, communism. It's a metaphor for communism,
right? Where you really can't just.
you didn't know who you could trust.
Nope. And then you're just worried about full takeover.
So we see a cameo from Robert Duvall as a priest on the swing at the start of this film. He's acting out really emotionless and creepy. Do you think it all stemmed from him, like being infected first, and then because you see him?
Yeah, I didn't get what we were getting with that, dude.
Yeah, because it felt to me like that he was first infected in that area, and then it sort of spread from then on, because that's the way the movie sort of sets it up. Everyone around him is normal, where he's just really, unusual. And then we get those really nice close-up shots of the plants that spread out. So,
and they were gross.
Like the little, what the fuck would you call that? It's
They're
on
pods.
the leaves, just a little.
Oh,
is that the actual alien itself?
Yeah, it looks like a little, just like a weird little spore that's just shooting out its.
It's just like a little blobby,
it's little tentacles and shit.
Yeah, right.
And just making its own little pod. But I mean, no, I liked a lot of it, dude. Like, young Goldblum, he's young as fuck in this movie. The dude can still act as shit, man. Like, I thought he was great in it. I hear something in the background.
It's Charlie's.
Oh, okay. I was like, what is that? But no,
it's our mood music for the podcast.
There you go. But no, it's his whole scene, especially where we get the Goldblum clone. I thought that was a great scene, because now we have an understanding of what we're dealing with, really. At least we get to see it. And yes, Heather, that motherfucker was skinny, especially in comparison to the fat ass that was on the table right before the scene he came in with the fucking his towel. Because that
was me getting my massage this weekend.
Listen, man, I know I'm a big boy, and I definitely am, but that boy, he was getting slapped like a fucking cow, dude. Like, just
he was getting slathered.
And we got
literally a pig rolling around in the dirt.
For some reason, we also had to see his muddy ass too. Like, I was just like, okay, see some man ass. All right, gross. That wasn't even a good man ass, I guess. Like,
we did get a little fair trade off later on though with the titties.
Yeah, no, for sure, absolutely. Because and you know what? I thought we were only going to get maybe fake out in the grass, non-nipple titties, and I was like, okay, close enough, whatever. No.
We get that in the '93 remake. They're undeveloped titties.
Ah, okay.
As gross.
I'm not gonna lie, man. As a weak man, I feel like if that's all aliens would have to do is just send a bunch of naked women, that's all it would take. At least half of us are gonna go. At least half of us are gonna go out that way, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Damn. Pretty much.
But no, I like I said, I think it's a solid movie. Scubas, you said you feel a little different. By all means,
it was so slow for me, and I had a hard time just staying focused on the movie. And I guess, and that's my own fault, is I love to be drawn in, and I just wasn't drawn in. The story was great. Don't get me wrong. The story was great. It was creepy. It's a fucked, if you think about it, it's a fucked situation to be in. Terrifying.
Especially,
like the movie,
dude, it's
a terrifying premise.
I wish they only utilize children more in this to be scared.
Yeah.
Because with that idea, like right in the beginning, once again, when we're seeing the priest, all those kids are touching those plants right in the beginning. And I'm like, infected, boom, 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 boom. Like,
yeah. And I think that if they would have done that and showcased the kids a little more, I think that would have been even more of a mind fuck. and there's nothing wrong with this movie at all. Like I said, it's for me, it was just too slow, because even though it's suspenseful, I found it very hard to stay focused on the movie. It wasn't one that just it pulled me in and I wanted to stay off my phone. I kept picking up my phone, and then finally I just passed out. I was like, fuck.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, surprisingly, I did not have that issue with that. And sometimes I do.
No.
And see, that's my wife agrees, though, with
Jane
you, man.
Cullen,
She thought- yep, she thought it was. Although she did, I know she'll admit that she thought the scene was hilarious, and I did too. And all it reminded me of was Pineapple Express, is when he destroyed the essential grow op at the end there.
Mm-hmm.
Which, like, why are those light bulbs exploding like there's TNT fucking underneath them, dude? Like,
I was kind of wondering that too.
What is going on with 1978 electrical rigging, dude? Like, holy shit.
Gene says about poison ivy awareness.
You know what? Poison ivy awareness is not a big enough thing. Let me just say,
dude, I am very allergic to poison ivy.
Do
so
not
I'm with you
masturbate in the woods, boys. That's all you got to know.
I don't think I've ever had that urge, so
sometimes you got that urge. Just gotta.
There was a
dude. Right there.
There was a dude that he used to be at my work. I didn't work with him specifically, but apparently, yeah, like he was out hunting, got a little bored, didn't realize where he was sitting, and yeah. All I know is that would have to suck. Those oatmeal baths would not, I don't think, soothe that.
What
issue.
did he tell the doctor? Did he go to the doctor? Like, what did he tell the doctor? Like, he took a dump and
What did you
wiped
tell
his
your
poison
wife?
ivy or something?
That's what would have been my question. Like, what did you tell your wife, bro?
It's not herpes, I swear.
Oh my god, dude! Just your whole like taint to balls to dick is just flared with like
that would suck so bad,
right, dude? Imagine just trying to take a shit. All up in your head. Like,
need some aloe vera.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, dude. I am not like deathly allergic, but I am definitely super allergic, dude. Where I've had some like really bad. Dude, like one time I had poison oak on my face. And you guys remember that old Marilyn Manson video, Dope Show, where they had like the weird big eyes? Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
100%, bro. My eyes were like inflamed, this thing, but like I had like just enough to where I could still see out, but it was really fucking weird.
Yeah, I had poison ivy real bad the one time. It started on this hand because I was weed eating at work. Went to bed and I woke up. It was all over my face. I must have just went like this in my sleep or something.
Oh, see, it's a good thing you didn't do the Al Bundy there, because then you would have been in that pickle right there, man. You would have just went in for a nice itch, and like
your pickle would have been in that pickle.
I mean, dude, you could have went in for a re-rack, bro, and you would have been screwed. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like, it's just,
yes and no, because it was more my left hand and I'm a righty, so.
Oh, okay.
Not like I was giving myself a stranger or something.
Oh, okay.
Friendly stranger.
Oh man. But no, back to this fucking
what?
It was Gene.
That was such a weird sidebar.
Because Gene went with the poison oak, dude. It was... Sorry, Gene. I'm not trying to blame you, but I am.
So yeah, this was not my first time viewing. I saw it the first time when I was a little kid. And it was on just general TV, and I'm like, it scared the crap out of me when I was a little kid. Like I was afraid I was going to fall asleep and not wake up and I'd be replaced by an alien.
But here's the thing: do you wake up? Is your consciousness transferred partially into them? Because the way they were talking,
I don't think so.
Made it seem like
I think
part of you was still there.
They get your memories, but
right.
Yeah.
I think
they're
steal
everything.
Thing. They'll steal all your data so they can essentially replicate you 99%. But I mean, this comes down to the idea of the soul or the conscious. You know what I mean? Like that's what you're going to lose, and now that is who you are. So
you're dead. You're dead,
essentially. But like,
and what a shitty way to go, too. Like,
so when they dehydrate, do they just turn into that fuzz, and that's what we're getting thrown into the dumpster or the garbage truck the whole time?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, their body crumbles into like this dried out husk,
dust.
And
you do see more of that.
You do see more of it. It does go into a little more detail in Body Snatchers.
Okay.
Yeah. Not the 93 version pretty much cleans up all the questions we have for this film, essentially. But
I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah. For me, first time viewing, I love the premise. The fucking realism behind it, like with this film, what this film deals with is just the realism that it brings to it. It's fucked, and if it ever happens, we're pretty much fucked. There's no resistance against it. Like that's how well it hides itself. And because they've already had a head start, like it's only just going to broaden and take over the earth and wipe us out eventually, and then move on if they can't.
Pesticides.
Yeah, it's a scary concept. And do you know what I found? I found it to be intriguing that not only the pods can take over the human hosts, but they can also
Animals.
yes, so they can actually
So-
merge two genes together.
Did
and
it
create-
now? Okay, I was gonna question on that because did it merge because he kicked the pod, so he disrupted the? Okay,
Yes.
Yes.
that's what I took it as. So then it like needed some other DNA to
Yeah, because
like
you see it like it just starts leaking
Starts
out
bleeding.
fluid.
right. To which I'm not gonna lie, dude. I was doing the thing where I was yelling at the screen half the time. I'm just like, why don't these motherfuckers curb stomp all these fucking things, dude? Come on, like
Yep.
it's not even that hard. They're soft. They're soft. They're garden shit, dude. You know what I mean? Like it's compost, bro. You don't even have to think
But
about it.
would it have infected you faster
Why?
had you touched it?
I think if
I
you
don't
kill
know.
it, dude, you're good to go. Sutherland, it took a lot more. It took a lot longer. Like obviously, there's still more pods, and the pods can still absorb whatever, right? Like
Yeah.
for sure. But I feel
Here's
like
the
if you
question.
kill off those pods that are absorbing you, you have a little bit better of a chance. I don't know.
Well, the main question I had behind with those pods is how come they were able to replicate Elizabeth outside with Matthew's replicant, when he's asleep outside? You get to see the four of them outside getting replicated by the pods, but he's outside hooked up to the pod where she's
Right.
all the way inside the house. Like, is there a telepathic thing that can happen there? Or can they, because she's already been involved with one, can they sort of pass on that memory to another telepod and then start creating her?
I mean, if it's
It's
all
probably
if it's all
because she-
data transfer, then
Well, yeah,
Yes.
because I mean, if she was her DNA was already part of the hive mind, and so essentially she's in the vicinity of the pod.
Yeah.
So it's just picking up where it left off. That connection came back on, and she fell asleep, and data transfer continued.
which you
And
know what?
we didn't see it, but those little tendrils probably could have snaked their way in too.
That's a long way though, because they're up like 2 stories inside this house. Unless the tendrils just have no length limit, I don't fucking know. But yeah, I just found that scene interesting and a bit weird that they were able to hook themselves up to Sutherland's character.
You almost feel
See, and I
like
almost thought
you almost
Oh,
feel
go
like
ahead,
it would
go
be
ahead.
faster when he's directly hooked up to Sutherland. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
it would
yeah.
almost instantaneously do it versus
well, his little pod was growing a lot faster
was,
than the
that's
other ones
true.
were.
that is why you need hardwired versus Wi-Fi
Yeah.
when gaming,
Yep.
right? It's
Yes,
just better,
right there.
better
Perfect.
connection, faster uploads and downloads.
Well, then how did they get Goldblum's character underneath or in that mud bath house?
So that had to be the guy that was sitting there reading the book, right? Like he had to leave a pod in there, I'm assuming. Because didn't he give that girl a pod too when he came in before?
Well, he gave her the
No,
flower.
Or he
I can't
said,
really remember.
Somebody gave her the flower.
I remember her talking about the flowers and how they've got this, a
yeah,
mind
I
of
think
their
she said,
own
I thought
sort of
she said
scene,
that
but-
dude with the mustache who was reading the book gave it to her. And I think like where he was sitting, isn't that where that body kind of was when they went back? Or
No,
was
I think that was on the other
I
side.
thought it was a cross.
Yeah, it was a cross. Yeah.
Was it?
Yep.
I don't know.
See, and that's the mind fuck of this movie is you really don't know how the pods work. I mean, you know how the pods work, but you don't know when anybody's really getting drained, and it never really explains when Jeff Goldblum's character how that happened or anything. And I think that for me was like the scariest part is because you don't know. Once you fall asleep, you're fucked.
So, Gene, yes, Nimoy was very touchy in this movie.
Very touchy.
Nimoy was the psychiatrist that I feel like only has the degree to get into fucking women's pants, dude. Like, you know what I mean? He's just like, listen, maybe you get like he's always the one that's like vying for open marriages and shit like that, and like fucking comics. You know it, bro.
Yeah.
The dude is just having fucking
What do they call them? Sex therapists or something?
crazy gangbangs, dude. It is fucking. So Heather, I think my answer for that, I could be wrong, is I just think there was more pods in those bushes where they ended up,
Yeah.
and she she was at the point where her speed wore off. She was obviously like induced by Nimoy, so she was just, it was out, man. It was done.
Well, she'd already been infected twice, so it already, it's already sped things up by that stage.
Yep.
So it only took a matter of a minute to really fucking replicate it.
Correct. And you know what? Thank you, Heather. That is the most important question.
I will get to that.
Oh, you have the answer for this.
Yep.
Okay, because I was hoping maybe we'd get something where it was going to show some kind of weird skin thing from the, the alien or something like that, but guess not.
Yes, your wife is correct.
Just made the
which don't they use those? Don't they use those gloves for like archery?
Yeah, so it doesn't like the feather doesn't like burn across your hand. But weird. That is that's a weird little shtick, but I get like you're already a weird touchy therapist. Do we need to know about the glove? Fuck it. It's his love glove.
I thought it was a cool scene with Goldblum when he's looking at his replicant on the table. Or sorry, when he wakes up and then the replicant shuts its eyes. Like it's got that telepathy.
That was really cool.
That was a dope thing. And you could just see him. You can just see him getting sicker by the moment or more.
I liked how it was even replicating his nosebleed too.
Yeah,
that was really cool too.
No, like I said, I feel like this was a solid movie. I can understand where, it definitely may not have the action that like a today's film would probably bring to the fence. No guns. Very surprised, no guns. Yes. But that was even brought up. Do you have a gun? No, I don't. Move it down. That's all it is. You know what I mean? We're not going to look for one or nothing like that.
This movie would have been completely different if it was set in Texas in the 70s.
Okay, this was set in San Francisco, so that's probably why there's no gun.
Texas in the set. Shit, Texas now. But those aliens will stand a fucking chance.
You'll see gunplay and everything in the Body Snatchers.
In Body Snatchers.
So like I said, it's on a fucking military base.
So is Body Snatchers a continuation or a
it's just another adaptation of the book.
Adaptation. Okay.
But that's the thing. When I watched it back to back yesterday, I was like thinking maybe it could be its own little thing. It could be like set around, they found different pods in San Francisco, different pods where this military base is. You don't know, but it can play as its own thing. It can play as a bit of a sequel to this film.
I mean, if you just take like, let's say like the time skip out of it, like why couldn't it be? I guess I don't. Like I said, I haven't seen it. So,
do you remember what city the military base is in, Brody?
Oh shit,
I don't remember if it even says.
Yeah, I don't think it does say, but they do say where they're going to go. Like at the end of this film, he's like Ali he's going. I wanted to go to Fort Lauderdale, whatever the fuck it is, and New York, and he talks about where the pods are going, but they never, I don't think, establish where the base is.
I would say it's not as cheesy as like Roswell or something, is it?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say I really hope not, but you never know.
No. Alabama.
Is it Alabama?
It's in Alabama. Selma, Alabama.
Oh no shit.
Okay, I couldn't remember if it said it or not.
All right, cool.
It probably does.
No, but I'm going to say, like, dude, acting in this, I feel was really solid.
Yep.
I liked a lot of the shots because even though, like, it was nothing, like, super over the top, like gore or anything, they made the aliens just look gross. Like, even when they were, like, their little things and they were just, like, doing their little fucking tentacle shit on the plants, you're just like, ugh.
Like somebody spooged on the plants.
Yeah, dude. And then it's like, you're like, oh no, it's already alive. Fuck.
Schmegma's coming to life.
But, and then we just, I don't know. And then we get the gross pod people. Like, it's crazy how fast they assimilate. And to not, like, if you can't fall asleep, how the hell does what's her name stay awake till the entire end? Like, she understood, she knew how to fake it through. Goldblum's wife, I'm missing her name here. I apologize. But, like, how the hell did she not fall? Like, how did she not sleep the whole fucking time? I feel like you have to.
Cocaine. It's the 70s. Cocaine.
I mean, they did do speed.
Simplest answer.
That's.
I love that scene. She's like, here it's speed. It's how many? It says take 1, take 5.
Take 5. Yeah, but if they didn't take 5, the shit Nimoy hit him with would have instantly knocked him the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like it was meant to. I feel like that speed definitely like helped them out during that scene where they are able to last a little bit longer.
So here's my question, and it's such a stupid question. Stupid.
love stupid
but
questions.
The thought popped in my head, and it just would have been fucking hilarious. So they're gonna this alien species is gonna replicate all life on Earth, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna start getting animals, and so like eventually, would there be like lines of like bears and tigers, like just standing there chilling with humans and shit, like gorillas, just fucking fish out of water, just
I mean,
fucking.
eventually, I feel like
don't-
we would start getting full hybrids, dude. Or
I don't
unless that
think-
was just because of the fucked pod. But
I guess I don't think they would bother trying to replicate animals because they would probably.
But they
consider-
did
They're
the
not smart
dog.
enough.
That was by accident.
I think that was just because they were sleeping next to each other and the pod got kicked, so it was kind of fucked.
Because I would think they would consider them.
They want the
lower
most
life forms.
intelligent. They want
Yeah.
probably the most intelligent life. But at the same time, if they want to take over the entire planet or like all species as like a full invasion, I don't know.
Yeah, because you got to think too, if they were on another planet and they wiped out that entire planet,
I'm thinking
they
like
had to have gotten rid of all life on that planet.
I'm thinking like thing basis, dude. Like the thing is gonna assimilate anything it can.
Everything,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So like, why wouldn't this? But
I'm just saying, like, I closed my eyes and I just pictured like a bear standing there with a whole bunch of humanoids standing there.
I mean, they got a lot of pods, dude. If they're distributing one pod per person as they're like just chaining them out, you know. I'm assuming they're taking them home and stuff to get the rest of their families, but even at some point, they're coming back to get more pods. So I don't know. Does like any living creature, as soon as it falls asleep, the pod's just like, all right, absorption time. You know what I mean? Like maybe that's what it is. That's how it feeds.
Ants.
And that's how you get the man bear pig.
Man, bear, pig. All right.
Those skulls are-
I'm trying to think. Was there any like cool shots to bring up? Any cinematography to talk about? I mean,
There
obviously we'll
was.
talk later, but
There was a scene where Matt is hiding in the wardrobe and Jeffrey comes.
Ooh.
Is it Jeffrey?
Oh
I know
yeah.
exactly what you're talking about, sir.
Yeah. He comes in to check on his wife who's getting fucking replicated, whatever. And then you see him and he comes towards the light inside that wardrobe. Awesome reveal. Great shot.
Yeah, he does a little Michael Myers in the closet action.
Yeah.
I
a really
dig
cool
it.
shot.
I like that. And you know what? I like I like just how that in that room they had the full greenhouse that he was growing the body in.
Yep.
I don't know. That was kind of cool. Gene
And then
said
he like
oh, go ahead. Sorry, but
no, I was gonna say then he like tried to replace it with like towels and it made it look
Yeah,
like a body. So-
that looked kind of funny, dude. The mock up. I don't know what you're talking about. Gene said he liked the pod giving birth. Dude, when the pods were giving birth and they were like exploding, it looked awesome and gross.
yes.
Yeah.
Fuck
But I
yeah.
liked it. It'd be I could only imagine if they've done this down at Universal by now. I imagine they probably have. I bet those sets would have been I bet those would be pretty fucking sweet, dude. Dude, the greenhouse was awesome, but like I said, I was kind of laughing in that scene because I just kept thinking of fucking Pineapple Express. That's all I just I just was like, "My grow up!" Ah! Fucking A, dude.
Just got
All
killed
right.
by De Willanos, motherfucker. How you like me
Hey,
now?
dude. I haven't watched that movie in a minute. Is there anything else we want to mention, or do you want to hand this over to the Chad Daddy and see what we got from behind the scenes?
Spread them pod cheeks.
Okay, so there's a couple things we already discussed. I will skip over. So first, Donald Sutherland was hit by a Volkswagen Beetle while filming a shot of Matthew and Elizabeth running. He fell into the windshield and was able to see the driver saying, "Oh God, not you."
Oh God, not you!
I just killed the star of the movie.
Yeah, that's right. He's like, oh shit.
Then Sutherland just jumps up and
This is sub poor extra is like first role. He's like, yes, I got Volkswagen, dude. Fuck yeah.
That man was never seen in Hollywood
Nope.
ever again.
But he's got a story to tell. I fucking almost
Yeah.
ran over Don.
He's just sitting around a bar somewhere. Hey, did I ever tell you guys how my acting career started and ending with me running over Donald Sutherland?
Yes, Joseph, you did. Yes.
Well, I'm gonna
Every
tell
time
it
you
again.
drink.
Oh, fuck it.
Okay, during the taxi ride, Donald Sutherland and Brooke Adams' nervousness is genuine. Don Siegel, who was actually the director of the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers, played the taxi driver, had lost much of his vision and was driving through the dark streets of San Francisco without his glasses.
No shit.
What? That's cool though that was the original director. I like that. What do they call him? What do you say? Type H, right?
Type H.
Type human. That's what I was going with. Yeah.
Heather, they did try to escape on a boat, and the boats were full of pods. That's where Sutherland went.
Yeah, they went. They were bringing the pallet up of it, and he was just like, "Damn." But
among the sounds Ben Burt used for the pod growing scene, the heartbeat came from an ultrasound recorded on his pregnant wife. The pod screams were recorded pig squeals. Additionally, the natural sounds of crickets, birds, and birds chirping fade as the film progresses until only mechanical sounds like sirens and the garbage trucks are heard.
You know, I kind of noticed that, but it didn't really like click until you. Interesting. So they do take over all life. I mean, if you're going as that small, man, that would suck to be the alien and be like, haha, your buddy gets to be a human and you're a fucking spider. You're like, what the fuck, dude?
What happens if you're pregnant and it takes over you? Say if you're 8 months pregnant and then the pod starts birthing out, does the baby inside that pregnant replicant come out as fetus? What?
Oh,
Would it be a hybrid?
See, that brings up the question of how they reproduce. Would they reproduce like people now that they've taken over people bodies?
I don't think
they do.
Mhm.
I don't think
I don't
they
think
would,
they
but
would.
I don't know.
I think they would. I think they would just like. I think somehow like their bodies could still like make the spores or whatever the fuck they are, and then just regenerate. I mean, obviously they're making the pods, right? How the fuck are they making the pods? They're just doing it anyways. Like,
They're pooping out pods. They're pooping out pods like the alien queen.
Oh, that'd be fucking. That would have that. All right, now that's the Body Snatchers fucking comedy that we need to do. That's how they drop their eggs or whatever. They just gotta shit them out. Fucking.
Surprised that hasn't been done on like Rick and Morty or something.
And it's like super stressful too. You're like,
It's Rosie O'Donnell walking around shitting out fucking pods.
It's like fucking Stan's dad shitting out that giant turd on South Park.
100 calorics.
80 Kirks. That's right. 180. Oh man.
Okay.
Rondo is the shit.
Harry the Homeless Banjo Guy's banjo playing was performed by Grateful Dead frontman Jerry Garcia. The song being played and sung is the traditional Going Down the Road Feeling Bad, which was a regular tune played by the Dead in live performances and appears on several live albums.
sweet.
I don't like the Grateful Dead, but it's still pretty cool.
I mean, I don't like listen to him avidly, but yeah, no, it's still
It's
dope.
pretty cool that his face is on a dog.
I think I've only ever seen even heard one Grateful Dead song, and it's that video that came out where they're like skeletons or some shit from back in like the 80s.
See, you say that, but all
I know what that is.
Like 3 different tool fucking videos just popped in my head when you said that.
I know what he means, but I can hear the song, but I don't know the name of it.
I've heard the Rob Zombie cover. We're an American band.
Oh yeah.
That's
Touch of Grey. Thank you, Gene.
Touch of Grey. All right, thank you, Gene. Chad Daddy.
Okay, so the man asking for help that then gets run over is Kevin McCarthy, the star of the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Oh no shit.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
And while he was rehearsing his cameo, a naked homeless man recognized him and said the first one was better.
You know what? I would have taken that as the best compliment, dude.
The funny thing is they did. They said, hey, we have our first review.
I mean,
legit, that's what they said.
bro, you'll never forget that review. You will never forget that. A million people over there could tell them their way, but that one naked dude on the street, that is the one.
Naked homeless guy. The night
You know what?
after-
That should be a review site now. Just naked homeless guy.
Naked homeless guy.
Yep. Fuck it. There you go, Chad Daddy.
That's our Patreon. That's our Patreon.
Naked homeless guys. The night after the movie's release, someone put pods like those in the movie all over the streets of Los Angeles. Some people got so freaked out that they thought they were real and called the police.
I could see that. That's awesome, though.
That kind of reminds me back when Saw 5 came out. Like right
They had
when
the
it came
fake
out.
traps around there or whatever.
No, they had
No,
this. They had this website where you could put in your phone number, and the
Okay.
phone number of your friend, and it would call your friend, and your number would come up, and they would answer it, and it was Jigsaw's voice saying that they had you in a trap. And it was,
Oh,
really,
no
it was
shit.
like they had to. So many people were freaked out by it. They had to stop it after like 2 weeks.
That's awesome.
Pussies.
I sat there one Saturday morning and just fucking got all my friends with it.
Here, I just stole my friends' phones and called the fucking porn number and let them just get tagged by fucking text and random calls back.
Yeah.
They got so mad at me for that, dude.
1-800 wet tits.
Fucking right, brother. You know.
That
was my that was my Jigsaw, dude. That was, you want to play a game?
Except those, you want to play a game?
With some like Caribbean Jamaican music in the background. Ding, ding, ding.
I used to sit there all wee hours of the night just dialing up 800 numbers just to see what you could find.
If you can listen, if you can think of a 1-800 and then a 3-letter word and a 4-letter word that was dirty, it would work. It would fucking work, dude. It didn't.
1-800 hot boob.
It would work. It would fucking work, man.
Thank you for calling 1-800 hot boob.
You could probably do hot, you could probably do hot nerd, hot girl. You could,
I can't believe John knew about wet tits though, because I used to call that up just for the hell of it. It was hilarious.
Well, I think that was the one that I actually used to see an infomercial for a lot of the times on, like, it might have been E or something like that. I don't know. I feel like when I was watching Howard Stern show.
I never tried to call
Could've
that,
been.
Steve. I wonder if that's a real number. 1-800 Mix-a-Lot and kick them nasty thoughts.
Baby got
back.
Fucking right. What else we got, Chad Daddy?
According to the commentary on the DVD, director Philip Kaufman said they paid Robert Duvall by giving him an Eddie Bauer jacket.
Nice.
That's it.
That's it.
You get this jacket, and that is it. Thanks, man.
Sold.
I just got to sit here and swing. Done.
Yeah, I mean, I'd do it, I guess. I would also want to keep the priest costume too. Just be like, yeah, this is mine too.
I'm keeping it. Whatever. Pervert.
Right.
Brooke Adams challenged Donald Sutherland to a foot race during one of the film's many chase scenes. After Philip Kaufman yelled cut, they just kept going. Adams won in a dress and high heels, no less.
Damn. Wow. Kudos to her. Yeah, I can't say I would know how that would be, but I could only imagine it would suck.
Yes. Producer Robert H. Solo mentioned in the book They're Here that Brooke Adams, Jeff Goldblum, and Leonard Nimoy were each paid $25,000 for their roles. Meanwhile, Donald Sutherland was paid something between $200,000 and $300,000.
Damn.
Wow. Wow.
Well, you got to remember, Goldblum never really acted before that.
Goldblum was young, and that was Nimoy though seems kind of low ball.
Not really.
Yeah, but he was a TV
Yeah, he was a TV star.
But he was still kind of a big role in this film. A bigger role, I guess.
But still, he was just Spock from Star Trek at that point. Nobody gave a shit.
Fair.
Like this was even before the first Star Trek movie came out.
His hair weirded me out.
I liked it.
I don't know why. It just weirded me out. And then I'm like, wow, Leonard Nimoy always looked old.
He did.
Always.
Even as Spock, he looked old.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, yeah, you're not wrong. What else you got, Chad Daddy?
Pod people became a catchphrase because of this movie and its predecessor, but that phrase is never actually used by any of the characters in any of the Invasion movies.
Ooh.
Interesting. But yeah, I can see where it's just, it's the easier way to be like, it's pod people. Easiest way to explain the movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
At the beginning of the film, as the alien spores rain down on Earth, you see them presumably landing on the Transamerica Pyramid in San Francisco, the headquarters of what was then the parent company of United Artists, who produced this movie.
Oh, interesting. I wonder how they shot into space, dude.
That opening scene was fucking fantastic for its time.
But like,
hold on though.
Did they just get ejaculated off the planet somehow, like into the wind?
It reminded me of the opening of Superman.
Oh,
when Superman's
not where I
pod
thought you were
is
gonna
coming
say.
to Earth. That's what it reminded me of. I'm like, add the Superman track. This is the opening to fucking Superman.
I thought you were going with it reminded you of the opening of Look Who's Talking, because that's
That
what
too.
I was.
Look Who's Talking
of.
also. Yep.
personally. I mean, that could be a very voyeuristic space if you look at it in a certain light.
Hey, come on, guys, let's go. Come on,
Follow me, guys.
It reminded me of one of my old socks.
Oh, that was a good sock. Had to throw them away though.
Rest in peace. You were
That's
good.
right.
It could stand on its own by the end.
Fucking right. That's right, Phil.
It was a boomerang.
Oh,
Continuing on, silence is heard as the end credits roll, as there was no end title music composed or recorded for the film.
honestly, I feel like it.
You know what, though?
It fit.
It fit. It fit.
It fit because
I don't think this species
They
would
are-
have art. Like,
exactly,
you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
they're just
And
one of
not
so
that kind of thing.
the silence just added to the chill factor of the movie.
100%.
Especially the
like
ending.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like this is definitely just this is an ant hive at this point. You know what I mean? They're just worker ants, and
I will say, I didn't see it coming. I thought it was just him trying to blend in and see what the fuck they were doing.
okay.
And then when he shrieked, I was like, so the end did get me. It did get me.
Especially because they always have him keep looking at what's her name there while he's like walking at the end. So you're kind of like, oh well, you know, he still like misses her or something like that, but can't do anything about it. But yeah, no, it was a good ending for sure.
Yeah, it was. In Matthew's office, the poster behind his desk in the corner by the window reads "Friends of the Earth" in Japanese, foreshadowing that the pods think that they are here to help.
Isn't that always the story with aliens, though?
Yep.
They're like, yeah, we're here to help.
They're selfish.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, there would be world peace.
Well, in the fucked up way, that would probably be the one thing that would bring us all together on a united front. Would be
Exactly.
Independence Day,
would
baby.
be- right. You need a bigger threat than ourselves in order for us to
Which is
culminate and come together.
what the ending of Watchmen was about.
100%. I haven't watched Watchmen in a long time.
Fucking good, great film.
In the comic, it was a giant fake alien squid.
Starro?
The
Oh wait,
starfish.
no, that's a starfish. Sorry, never mind. Yeah, squid. Word. All right. What else, Chad Daddy?
Veronica Cartwright and Kevin McCarthy have both been in two versions of the story. Cartwright also appeared in The Invasion in 2007, and McCarthy starred in the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers in 1956.
Damn.
The Invasion
Hell
is
yeah.
only very, very, very loosely based on this. Isn't it more like a virus?
That was a show, wasn't it?
No, it was a movie.
Oh, it was a movie? Oh, okay, never mind.
I remember it had Nicole Kidman in it, but that's all I
Yeah,
remember.
it was pretty fucking average.
Oh,
Was
that's
Daniel Craig in it?
I want to say yes.
God, I feel like I have seen that one. That was a long
Yeah,
time.
from memory, it was pretty poop town.
It was mid 2000s, wasn't it? Yeah, 2007. Yep. Daniel Craig, Nicole Kidman, Jeffrey Wright, Veronica
seen it.
Cartwright. Well, I think I have. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, Chad Daddy, what else?
While,
you
re-
got?
while
Religious
recording
and-
the electronic overdubs of the musical score, the synthesizers that
Dub dub.
Danny Zeitlin used would overheat and detune. It was also the first time that a Prophet 10 synthesizer were used for a movie score.
Cool.
That was pretty
But
cool.
not cool for the heat and overheat.
No.
You don't want that. That's bad. news, man.
Overheats and detune, so you basically had to start over from
Oh, that
scratch.
would fucking suck. You know the dude who's like the gopher for that guy is just pissed the fuck off. He's like that drummer in fucking Studio 666. That's like when Dave's like, all right, a little bit to the right. No, a little bit more to the right. Like, there's one of those dudes that's just like, fuck this every day. Anything else, buddy?
Let's see. Gene Siskel and Robert Ebert both liked this movie and gave it 2 thumbs up on Siskel and Ebert in 1978, but they both wondered aloud as to why Philip Kaufman remade the original classic. The critical consensus since then is that the 1978 remake is actually better than the original, the best of the bunch in terms of the 4 iterations of the story.
Interesting.
Well,
I'm sure Brody would disagree because I know you really like Body Snatchers.
well, no, Robert actually agrees that Body Snatchers is a fucking fantastic film, as one of the best horror films of that year. You'll find out.
Really?
Yeah.
90s is a weird 90s is just a weird time for horror to me. Because like
It is.
the
It is.
genres, like there's a lot of different genres, but everything is just, I don't know, 90s was just such a vibe when it came down to just filming and like, I don't know, there's just like a weird level of cheapness sometimes in the 90s films too, for some reason. But anyways, Chad Daddy.
The bagpipe version of Amazing Grace was also played during the send-off of Spock's coffin in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan.
All right.
I thought you were about to say the wrath of cunt.
Gun.
3 of the principal cast members went on to star in David Cronenberg movies. Art
Yeah,
Hale
yeah.
in The Brood, Brooke Adams in The Dead Zone, and Jeff Goldblum in The Fly. I always forget that the fucking Dead Zone is a Cronenberg movie.
Yep.
Is it really?
It's one of the
Wow.
With
best.
fucking, oh my god,
Walken.
Christopher Walken, right?
Christopher Walken. Yeah.
Dude, I haven't watched that movie. That was a movie where I watched it once as a kid, and I kind of remember of it, but every time I try to think of it, my memories bring the show up more for some reason.
Yeah.
Did we not review it for Gore and More?
No,
No,
I
I haven't
don't
done
think
Dead Zone.
Fuck, if I'd have known, I would
We've talked about it for sure.
You can always make a change,
Oh, I do know which movie I do want to change, but that's something we could talk about after the fact.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. We'll talk to you after about that.
Alrighty. Anything else, Chad Daddy?
Throughout the movie, the director uses subtle and not so subtle uses of looking through or someone looking at the characters through frosted glass. Some examples, as in the windows of the health department offices doorways, the cracked sidebar. We still haven't talked about that awesome scene at the beginning where he's doing the health inspection on that fucking restaurant.
The caper.
Rat turds!
Switching
It's
through.
capers.
All right, if it's a caper, eat it.
Eat it.
That was a great scene.
Yeah. Call your bluff right fucking there, man.
Don't know about that, Gene.
You know what? That leads into something I also forgot to mention. This motherfucker was Ace Ventura in it the whole fucking time. Didn't even like think about it. Like I wish he pulled the Ace Ventura just like driving outside the window, but
Trying with the broken windshield.
yeah, dude, he had the broken windshield the whole fucking time, man. So it's like, I don't know.
Okay, so the crack broken windshield while Matthew's driving, looking through streets of clear plastic like the Asian lady did in the dry cleaning shop, or distorted mirrors at Dr. Kibner's location at the Gathered bookstore, the silhouetted shadow projected against the curtain that Jack or Mr. Johnny are walking behind the mud bath spa. This is all a filming technique to emphasize symbolism and metaphors of the juxtaposition by giving the audience a skewed view of a changing world in progress to suggest that things and people kind of look the same in this portrayal of various altered imagery, but they are not the same.
Interesting. Question, boys. Would you ever do that mud bath? I would not.
I don't think.
Nope.
Not if somebody else was in that mud.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you
How much of
clean
it's mud and how much of it's poop? Somebody might have just been like, fuck it, I'm taking a dump in here. They'll never know.
Oh.
John on a Saturday.
Like I would do a mud bath.
Like, can you boil mud? Like, can you boil it to a certain point to where like it would kill everything off like that? I don't think you could, right? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I've never had a desire to
because
sit
they're
in the
not
mud.
cleaning out. They're not cleaning out that tub every fucking time, dude. They're not changing out that mud for every single person.
But it's also the 70s, so they didn't give a fuck about nothing back then.
Goldblum put his fucking hand in that tub after that bloody obese man was in there too.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, bro. Like
Yeah, he did.
that big boy, man. Like how much? Like that dude had some mud up the crack of his ass. Dude,
Up
you know what
the
I mean?
crack.
Like, so it was like that poor girl that was massaged. Like, did she have to shower him down before that? Did he?
Well, she did. She walked him to the shower.
Hosed him down.
That's what I'm saying.
Butt
Like,
ass
did
naked.
she get up in the crack, like just to get it all? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
The least they could have done was worn like a fucking sumo diaper or something in there. Not full naked. And yes, Gene, I like. How do you read a paperback in a mud bath? Not very well, because that book was really fucking muddy.
yeah, I don't know, man. This shit's gross, dude. Like that. It just seems so just like ugh. But you know, different time. Obviously, they still got them, right? Like they're
Okay,
still,
so
that's still a
we
thing.
already talked about the garbage trucks, and that's them disposing of the human
The
remains.
fuzzies. Yeah.
Leonard Nimoy, famous for playing Star Trek's Mr. Spock, born and bred on the planet Vulcan, a planet whose people and culture are noted for their attempt to live by logic and reason with as little interference with emotion as possible, would ironically most likely find a planet Earth, now populated with the emotionless pod people, actually not only more desirable, but preferable to that of the emotional, illogical, impulsively reactionary human beings that populated the planet.
Right on.
Yeah. I don't know though, man. Like, what's her name? Well, that's I guess the newer movies. I can't base it off of that. I was gonna say because wasn't Spock hooking up with what's her name from Earth, and she was all like she was a Spitfire.
That was only in the movie.
Oh, fair. I love those movies though, dude. These Star
Same.
Trek's great. All righty. Anything else, buddy?
Only Philip Kaufman, W.D. Richter, and Donald Sutherland knew how the film was going to end. Veronica Cartwright was not told that Sutherland's character had been captured and became an alien. When they filmed the ending in front of San Francisco City Hall and Sutherland pointed to her, imitating the pod scream, Cartwright's reaction of cold fear is authentic. Kaufman chose not
Sweet.
to shoot the hopeful alternate ending, which was in the shooting script, where Matthew and Nancy give reassuring glances to one another because he did not want to give the studio an opportunity to re-edit the film, which is what occurred with the original movie.
Oh,
Nice.
I don't know. You know what? I don't want a happy ending with this movie. This
No,
movie is
this was-
so just like on a big scope level that it can't end on a happy note, dude.
Nope.
It's like a good zombie movie, man. Like I'm a fucking remake of Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, dude, that's the perfect
dude.
ending.
You know what I mean?
They're
Like
on
you
the boat,
think they're
you think they
getting
get
away,
away.
and then it's just even more fucked, and you're like, oh my god, these people, dude. Like,
Yeah, imagine
Wait.
all those people that didn't sit through the credits and left right as soon as they started.
right?
rolling.
Oh my god, dude, you fucked yourself so hard on
Because
an
you know
awesome part.
There's no way they undocked that boat.
Nope.
Fuck
They
no,
were-
bro.
they were
Fast, they
zombie
all
chow.
died. They're gone. Yep.
Fuck
And yes,
yeah.
I agree with Heather. The ending of Near
Yeah.
Dark is garbage.
Yeah. I kind of forgot about it since we've reviewed it. But that was
They
also a
cured
couple years
fucking
ago.
vampirism with a fucking blood transfusion. Fucking dumb.
Yeah, but they did that. Well, yeah, but you were okay with Daybreakers with sunlight, right?
Slightly more so.
Okay. I mean, I liked it in Daybreakers. I thought it was cool. But just burn it out of you, motherfucker. Ah! What?
But you know,
All right.
that was the best part of the behind the scenes. So let's just end it there. There's other stuff, but nothing nearly as interesting as that.
Solid enough.
Right
solid
on.
enough. Man, blood transfusion. I totally forgot about that. But yes, that's right. Yeah, it is kind of I don't know. It is kind
I
of
think
a
it
weak way.
works.
I mean, it works,
doesn't work,
but
it's dumb.
the rest of the movie's too good for that to bother.
Eh,
Fair. All
it's
right.
debatable to me.
Blasphemy.
fair.
Blasphemy. Fucking.
All righty, boys. Well, what format did we watch this on?
Amazon Prime.
Tubi.
Tubi.
I started on Amazon Prime and it was giving me motherfucking troubles, so I hopped over to Tubi.
Good old reliable Tubi.
Fucking right, dude. I don't know what it was. Like, Amazon was acting like my internet was just being fucked up, but it was just wasn't loading. It was just kept cutting out constantly. I was like, Tubi was fine. I don't fucking know, dude.
See, this is fucked. Every time we watch a film, you usually watch it on Tubi, but our Tubi up here sucks absolute balls.
Dude,
We don't
our
get
Tubi
any of
is
that.
awesome. I will fucking
Our Tubi
fully
is-
out say.
Yeah,
Our
we
Tubi
don't
is
get
the best
anything.
streaming service, and out of
Yeah.
even out of the pay ones, it's the best.
If there was a paid version of Tubi, I would almost be scared to look at it because I guarantee I would be like, nope, fuck everything else, dude.
This fucking
Yep.
sucks.
It's crazy how many good picks they have on there for a free site. All righty, douche of the film.
Oh, Kidner. He was a snitching cunt. He was playing like behind the scenes with them, and then he'd go back to his mob and be like, they're going to be going to here and they're going to be there
Oh.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Huh?
that's true. Especially when he hops into the car and we finally see, what's her name's boyfriend and who's that bald guy? Was he the cop? I think maybe.
I think so.
Mm.
Yeah, Gene, it's absolutely horseshit down here. You just get all the good stuff. We get absolute trash.
Was Nimoy infected since the very first scene we even saw him? Do you think? Or no?
I got a feeling that he might have been because he was trying to talk that Sheila like in the
It almost seems like he was trying to
trying
like
to-
like transform her right there with the
I don't
hustle,
think so
right?
because he
Talk her out of it.
he showed a little bit of emotion when he fucking jacked Goldblum up against the wall, even though that was just for show. I don't think an alien would have done that.
I mean, there was definitely aliens at that party.
Oh yeah,
Well, I just couldn't tell
each other
if,
a look.
right. Well, I thought they also mentioned that they were like, we can't do it here because there's too many people. I thought that was a line.
Yeah.
So I thought that's why like he was almost trying to have them like assimilate her in the thing. But then it's saying if he did, they would have seen her like dry out in front of everybody. So yeah, clearly not. I don't know. I thought he kind of was, but then
aliens.
I don't know when he would have got turned, I guess.
I'm going with the whole alien species. Fuck
The
you
whole
for trying to
species.
assimilate us. The whole species.
Ooh,
They
yeah,
can fuck
good call.
themselves.
That is a good call.
Douches.
Yeah.
I mean, that is that's a definite evil mindset right there. They're like, yo, man, we'll just join us. No hate, no fear, no blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah.
But I want to be my hateful self.
Right?
Fuck you.
Play a haters ball is one of the best parts. Hey. Oh, man.
Fuck nasty.
That's right. You know what? I'm gonna go with Nimoy though too as well. I feel like he was the most douchiest. once he
Yeah, from
obviously got
start to
turned.
finish, he was very
Yep.
cunty.
He just let everybody on. Fucking A, dude. Okay. Favorite kill. Didn't get a many.
Wow.
The pod person that got his head smashed in by the hoe.
Yep.
With the hoe?
Yep.
I feel like
Yep.
that's the best
Yep.
one.
Yeah.
That's it.
The hoey pod person.
Say, is there
Funny
any
how we're talking
other
about
ones?
hose. Funny we're talking about hose. We were just talking about the fucking player haters.
Play his ball.
That's right.
Yeah, play his ball.
Oh man, I want to watch fucking player haters ball.
Next one of you motherfuckers interrupts me.
Oh, you know what though? The Heather's got a point. The crumbling body,
That was pretty
Elizabeth's body's
solid,
crumbling
man.
was
That was
fucking nuts.
it, and we got a long time with it too. Like it was good. We
Yeah.
got stages of it.
Sutherland on Sutherland violence.
That's pretty good, dude.
Now I
like
want to
it.
see a fist fight between Donald and Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh God.
See, and this is why we need Celebrity Deathmatch back. There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Heather. Elizabeth's crumbling body, just because
That was solid, dude.
It looked really good.
It did. And then we got titties right after. So I mean, it's a win-win.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Okay.
win-win.
That's when Sutherland was like, God damn it, do I throw in the towel? No, I can't fucking do it. Like, he thought about it though. I'm sorry. Best scene, boys.
When the pods start hatching around him
Yep.
My pick.
on the park bench.
Yep.
Hmm.
With an honorable mention to Goldblum's replicant, that scene.
I'm gonna go with that scene, dude. I like that the best. I feel like that was when I feel like that's when the movie really like took a good shift and we're like, okay, now we're into some shit.
Yeah.
Solid. Chad, you say?
You know what? No,
You still thinking?
I'm gonna change it. The end scene.
End scene. Ooh,
Yeah.
That's good. Oh yeah.
that is a solid one,
And
dude.
Gene just said that or the ending, so Gene's with me on that.
I mean, the end is great, dude. When you get the scream, if you like Scuba said, you didn't expect it, so that's a
I
solid.
did not expect it. Like, if you boys would have seen the look on my face, y'all all would have had like big old smiles.
It was the
on your
same
face
one. He was
because
just like, "Woo!" You're all both pointing at each other, like,
yeah. I was like, oh shit.
"Fucking."
That was
dude.
probably the same look I got on my face watching the movie Serenity when Wash got impaled on that fucking giant harpoon.
Did you know? Okay, Mel loves Firefly. Had no idea
Serenity was a
that Serenity
remake
was
movie of it. Whatever.
Firefly. Had no idea. I'm like, you've never seen Serenity? She's
I-
like, what
I
the
went-
fuck is that? I'm like, it's the Firefly movie.
Now I did the opposite. I saw Serenity first, and I was like, "Well, now I gotta watch this fucking series."
I watched
Yeah.
Firefly because when Serenity first came out to theaters, they had this whole big marathon on sci-fi of Firefly.
Ah,
Nice.
dude, I got brought to theaters just because like that was the time when like I had time to go to the movies right after work with everybody, and they were just like, "Yo, we're going to see this movie. You want to go see it?" I'm like, "What's it about?" They're like, "It's fighting in space with space pirates and everything." I'm like, "Cool, let's go." Fucking A. Sold me. I loved it, dude. I actually have it on fucking DVD somewhere too. I should watch that
Oh,
shit.
so do I. I even have the soundtrack somewhere.
Really? No shit.
Yeah.
Nice. Good old Nathan Fillion. Can't go wrong. All right. We did best scene, worst moment or scene.
I know what Brody's going to pick, and I know I'm going to agree with him.
Ooh, what do we got?
Man ass.
Oh.
Tubby rub down.
Well, I actually couldn't even think of one for a second, but thank you for bringing that back up, Chad. Yes, I'm going to have to fucking go with that.
It's very uncomfortable to watch.
It was. Yes.
Honestly, I could have went for at least another 5 minutes, but that's just me. Yeah, no, that was probably the worst scene.
That'd be a canon film.
That was
John.
just something we didn't need, and I feel like that was just the director being a dick to us for whatever fucking reason. Like, you're gonna watch this tubby man get slapped around for no other.
It should be
naked
something
tubby
on
man.
a canon film.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%, dude. Fucking A, man. All righty, so we're all in agreement. I would say that was probably the worst scene, hands down. Okay, opening scene, hook you in.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Yeah, I liked it.
effects.
That was pretty cool.
Got the spores going across space, landing on the flowers, doing their little thing, and then infecting children. So all within about 3 minutes.
And infecting children, because fuck them little kids.
That's what I'm saying, man. This shit could have been way scarier, dude, if you had because in my head, that's where a lot of how these families even got affected was through their kids first, which is exactly how everybody gets infected anyways.
So
Kids go to school, and
so
then
kind
come
of
home with some fucking shit.
So it kind of sounds like
COVID.
me that Village of the Damned would really be up your alley.
I was just fucking thinking.
I
that.
liked Village of the Damned, dude. You talk not even. I think I've seen late 80s or early 90s.
the John Carpenter remake,
90s, right?
95.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
I have seen that. Not probably since the 90s though, so it's been a minute.
It had
I
Christopher
think I
Reeve
only
in it,
saw that
didn't it?
once.
You
Yes,
did,
that was
yeah.
his last.
Yeah.
I think that was his last movie before
yeah.
he had the accident.
All right. Most attractive character.
Nancy.
I am gonna have to go with Elizabeth myself.
As cute as she was, I'm with Brody. You know,
Okay.
I liked Elizabeth Cartwright in Alien. And she's been cute in some other things, and I liked her in this too.
That's fair.
Oh, that's right. She
Yeah.
was an alien. Fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was Lambert.
She had short hair then.
That was the next year too.
Scoobs is thinking hard.
I mean, I wouldn't kick either of them out of bed.
Goldblum.
Yeah, there we
You
go.
know, I would
Goldblum
give
does
it,
need
hold
mention,
on.
dude. We didn't.
I would give it to Goldblum, but he looked too skinny in the film. He would like Goldblum now with this gray hair and his beard that he's got going. Very handsome
He
man.
is.
I don't know.
In
I think
this movie-
young Goldblum was
In
pretty
this
handsome.
movie, though, no. In The Fly,
Young
yes,
Fly Goldblum.
very handsome.
Well,
Or
Young
even-
Fly Goldblum,
Or even
handsome.
what's it? The fucking Buckaroo Banzai Goldblum.
Yeah. But this, I don't know. He was just too scrawny. He
Yeah, but
looked,
the Fly, he was
Ugh.
like Spider-Man ripped in that one. So I mean, that's like 10 years and
oh fuck.
I get a little mustache ride from Southern or
I was thinking Sutherland. I was thinking Sutherland just to be the odd one.
Nimoy.
You
You're
know,
just straight out. Sorry, bud. Just nobody wants
He
the
was,
Spocker.
yeah. Nobody
Nobody
wants
wants that Spocker, dude.
No. Nobody wants the shocker. The Spocker. Yeah,
Spocker.
that's right. I'm gonna go Elizabeth.
Yeah, buddy. Boom. We can go brunette squad. It's all good.
Yeah.
All righty. That takes us to the score. I feel like it definitely set the mood, man.
Yep.
It was solid.
It was very 70s. The score was very 70s. There were some scenes where I don't know, it just kind of took me out the flick.
Not enough
there
synth
were-
for you.
Way too much.
Way too much.
I don't know. Not too much synth. It just I don't know. It was weird. 70s flicks weird me out.
Too much
with their
jazz?
scores.
Too much
I
jazz
don't know.
undertones.
I don't know what it is. It's just
the
something
composer
about
was a jazz musician, so
there's just something about 70s fucking films that just
There was some jazz, dude. There was like jazz sax or
Ugh.
something in there, dude. That I was
it's just so weird. Like
jazz flute.
I don't even remember what scene it was. It might have been the scene where they're like running together to get away, and it was weird. I mean, I don't know. It took it out for me.
All right. Hey, that's fair, man. We're all here to discuss either way. That being said, do we have a song?
Amazing Grace and the Bagpipes. That's about the only one I can
or
remember.
the banjo fucking.
The banjo song.
Ooh, you know what? Yeah, we'll go with the dude playing the guitar in the park. I'm gonna go with that one.
I'm going with the Bagpipes.
Bagpipey. All
It
right.
always makes me think of Spock's funeral.
Amazing Grace. Okay. Favorite character.
I'm just gonna go Matthew.
I mean, he's a solid main character to follow around.
I'm going Matthew also, only because you expect him to be the final guy, the survivor, and he wasn't. And that was fucked.
All right. I want to see Matthew pre-pod things and I want to see him on Food Case Files, man. Because I feel like this dude would be a hard ass, and I would totally watch that show, man. Like this would be fucking Hell's Kitchen. No, not Hell's Kitchen. What is it? Fuck, what's Ramsey?
It's like Bar Rescue, but Restaurant Rescue.
Yeah, but what's the one? Yeah, same fucking difference. Whatever, dude. But that's what it was. Like
Rescue guy.
John Taffer.
What's the one that Ramsey does where he goes, dude? It's the same.
Hell's Kitchen.
Oh,
No, not Hell's
fucking-
Kitchen.
No.
Not Hell's Kitchen. It's the other.
Kitchen
you know what?
Nightmares.
What's the Gordon
Kitchen
Ramsay?
Kitchen Nightmares. There you go.
Kitchen Nightmares. Kitchen
But
Nightmares.
that's exactly what it would have been, man. Like he'd be going in there and be like, "What the fuck is this shit?" And just, I don't know.
It's so funny. Have you ever watched the British version of Kitchen Nightmares versus the American version?
No,
Mm-mm.
I've only watched. the
You
American
get
one.
more of the true Gordon Ramsay in the British version. He's not like the hard ass as he is in the American one.
That's because we're fucking stupid, man. So he's probably got to bring it down a notch a little bit. So we
He's
can
already
get it,
annoyed.
right? Like, god damn it.
Oh, he
you
said that the
asshole.
Gordon Ramsay he plays on TV, that's really just a character. He's not like that in real life.
First of all, you could tell that just by watching Young Master Chef, which I personally like even more so than just normal
Well,
Master
he's
Chef.
great
Even
with
on
kids.
TikTok. Even on TikTok, because I follow him on TikTok, he'll watch people like making stuff, and he's not
No, he's not. Like,
he's not a dick. He's just like,
hateable.
oh, come on, what are you doing? Like, oh no, that's not how you do that. You should do this, this, and this. Like, you know what I mean? But he's not sitting there talking shit to them, the way he does on the show.
You know what? I will say though, watching Young Master Chef, Master Chief,
It's a whole different
that's
show.
a whole different show. I love that show, but it also makes me feel like the biggest piece of shit because these 10-year-olds remember fucking recipes that I could never. And they make the most craziest shit. And I'm like, my 38-year-old ass is like, I know how to use the air fryer. Fuck yeah, dude. Like,
You guys ever watch Beat Bobby Flay on the Food Network?
Yes.
no.
You ever,
Yes.
It's hilarious because you can tell which episodes Bobby has to read a recipe versus not because he's wearing glasses when he has to read a recipe. So if you see him
Okay.
wearing glasses, you know he had to read a recipe to do his meal.
Nice. That's awesome. All righty. Going back to our questions. Sorry about that little skide goat there. What do we got? I think we did favorite character. Were we all on Matthew for that? I mean, I
think
agree
so,
with
yeah.
that too. So
Yeah.
solid character all around. I thought it was a good way to lead. Was it scary?
To me as a
I
kid, it
want to
was.
say yes.
Yeah.
I want to say yes.
Even in the all-encompassing thought of like how fucked you would be, honestly, yes, dude. This is one movie where I don't see a positive outcome in any
No.
situation because of how would you unless you want to just commit suicide because you'd rather just call your own end. That's the only thing I fucking see happen.
Nope.
Well, let me just sum it up. There's a quote in Body Snatchers. How she says it. What she says, she says something like, "Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna run? Where are you gonna hide? Nowhere, because there's no one like you left."
That's
And
Yeah,
that-
exactly.
Yep.
Like you can
Oh,
go to
man.
an island, but then what? You're just gonna fucking kill. Like you're just gonna eventually die on a fucking island. Like, I don't know.
We're gonna go live in the desert or something.
Right? I mean, worst case, dude, like me, I'm doing a suicide run, but I'm taking out as many of them as I fucking can. Like, it's not just
Yep.
like me taking myself out. It's like, no. I'm fucking strapped in. We're going postal in this motherfucker, and I'm fucking going ham. I don't give a shit if I only take out 50 to 100, if at best.
Only 50 to 100.
I'm thinking bombs, dude. Like big, like I'm going into that.
I'm taking Molotov cocktails.
Right, I'm going into that
fucking
grow up,
blowing
dude.
shit
Like I'm
up.
taking some people out in there. I feel like he even took some people out doing what he was.
You're a
doing.
plant, right?
Dude,
You
that,
take this fertilizer, you fuck.
that is me on like, I think it was like Watch Dogs or something where you'd be doing a mission and it would say something like stealth is optional. I'm like, fuck yeah, we're going guns
Yeah,
blazing.
fuck this.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what, Gene? Right there, I was almost kind of wondering, would weed killer work against these
And it would
motherfuckers?
have to. It would have to.
Like if you
It would
if
fucking
you got
have
if you
to.
got like the diesel backpack sprayer, bro, and you just went like now we're going action comedy at this point. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, but I'd be
It
for
would.
it.
It would have to because they are plant based. It would have to fucking work.
I'm all for it, dude. Like, give me that version of Body Snatchers. That'd be like
It's just the four of us
Dude,
fucking running around with
dude,
fucking sprayers.
it would just be scouts. It'd be scouts versus Body
Scouts
Snatchers.
versus pods.
Yep, there you go, dude. That's all it would be. Full out, bro. I'm for
Oh fuck.
it. Okay. Does it hold up today? Well, they did a
Yeah.
remake in the '93s, but I liked it, man.
I do.
I agree.
I think it
It
does. I think it does.
Acting, I feel like we already said it's all pretty solid.
Yeah.
So,
Good. Solid
absolutely.
acting.
Cinematography. Brody. Oh, well, that's how Brody feels about that,
Wow. And here I thought the cinematography was pretty good.
right?
No, I enjoyed it.
After he's giving that
Oh.
compliment about the fucking closet. Fuck you. All right. Solid. Solid.
I almost wish you would have shit your pants when it happened.
Anyone else remembering Brody's video where he blew up the bathroom?
Yep.
Yes.
The Ginger Dead Man.
Oh, man.
Ginger dead.
No,
man.
the cinematography was fantastic in this film. I apologize.
No, you're good, man. I think it was. And especially, like Chad Daddy said earlier, man, pay attention to the background. There's a lot more
Yeah.
shit going down in the background than what you would potentially. There is one scene that I don't know if I missed something or not. And maybe you boys can clue me in, or maybe there wasn't anything there. I don't fucking know. But it's when Sutherland was in his office and it was daytime and he was doing the calls and that's when he was making the calls to everybody. And he looks out the window and one person passes by and then two people pass by. And it just seems to linger on that shot really fucking long, but I don't know if I missed anything particularly in that shot. Was there something weird with the shadows that I missed? Was there anything? Like, what the fuck
I think
was
it was
that?
mainly to show like the paranoia that was kicking in.
Maybe I don't know. Like, I just didn't know if there was something I did miss. Maybe I didn't miss anything. Maybe there was nothing there. I don't fucking know.
Maybe the two were like really stiff looking robots, and then the other guy was just sort of casual. Like,
Well, that's what I was
I
like. I was
don't-
trying to see like how they interacted, if they were different.
Mm.
Maybe it was just because there was only 3 people at wherever he is, and you expect
Yeah.
more. I don't know. You know what I
no,
mean?
well, I
I just-
wondered the same thing too, because he's just staring at those 3 trees pretty much.
Yeah,
it
and
was weird.
I rewounded it just to see if I missed anything, and I still didn't catch anything. I was like, nothing popped out. There was nothing even farther in the background that I might have missed. It was just that weird pan shot of the sidewalk. So,
Yep.
just wondering if you homies caught anything on that. If not, that's cool.
Nah.
No, I didn't.
All right. Premise wise, dude,
Yeah.
fucking
Right.
awesome, bro.
Yeah,
Great.
fucking awesome.
Alien invasion through the back door,
Yep.
essentially. Ba-dum-bum. Although they were way more successful than the bitch and the faculty, let's just say.
Yes, way
Fuck
more
yes.
successful.
But that just happens. That's what happens when you're a horny teen and you try to do it all. It just doesn't work out, even as an alien. Was the climax satisfying?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
fucking right, dude. I'm gonna say the climax is the surprise end, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Like that's like, all right, fuck yeah, dude. Okay. Recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot, boys.
Rewind.
I'm rewinding. This
Rewind.
shit,
We've already got a
dude.
great remake.
There you go.
As much as I said I hated this movie, I'm gonna rewind it because
Yeah?
now talking with you boys, I didn't hate it as much as I thought I did.
Exactly. Like I said, go back and rewatch and pay attention to the back.
You know what?
Yeah.
You had a busy weekend, homie. You might have just been a little too tired to fucking watch it. And it's
Yeah.
I've been in that situation where it's like you're so tired and you're like, you know what, I didn't like this movie, but then you get a good night's sleep. You watch it when you first wake up and you're well refreshed, bro. It's a whole different fucking ball game. So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
100%. Alrighty, we are going to rate this bitch. Now, Mr. Amone did send a score in.
Yes, he did.
4.5.
4.5.
4.5. Okay. So Bob is going to start it up high with 4.5. See where he goes. Mr. Brody Kane, what do you got for us, homie?
Well, I'm going to give it a solid 4.
All righty. Scuba.
I'm gonna give it a 4 also.
Wow, we really did change
Like-
your mind.
I was gonna give it a 3.5
That's
or
high
a
for
3. I was
consistently
teetering.
That's still pretty
was
solid.
teetering between-
Yeah.
But like I said, there was things that interested me about the movie. Like it
Right.
wasn't a total snooze. It just went kind of
Just a little
slow. But then when it picked up, it was good, but it just took a while to get there. But like I said, talking with y'all, and it's a 4.
Okay, solid. Hey man, that happens. That happens to all of us. It has at least
Absolutely.
at some point. Chad Daddy, what you got, homie?
I'm with Mr. Ammonia. I'm giving it a 4.5. It's a really solid movie for me.
Charlie.
4.5. All right.
She needed her daddy.
And you know what, man? I liked it a lot. It was suspenseful. It had good mystery to it. If you hadn't seen it, the ending is definitely a shocker. You get some titties for a PG fuck. I'm giving it a 4. You know what? I'm going with Gene. I'm giving it a 4.2.
All right.
Still above a 4. Yeah, dude, solid. Let's divide that, biatch. That would be a 4.24. So there you go.
Nice.
4.2. Very nice.
4.2 for 1978's Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which was a Chad Daddy pick once again. So thank you, Chad Daddy, for that.
Thank you,
My
Chad.
pleasure.
Uh,
I'm
that was
glad
a
you all
very-
enjoyed it.
No, it was a very fun watch. Sad we didn't have Bob here to talk about it too, because it would have been interesting to see what he would have said. But clearly, the motherfucker liked it if he started us with a 4.5. So
Mm-hmm.
that being said, what do we got next week, homie?
Next week, we are going back to Elm Street.
Woo!
Fuck yeah.
Best of the movies for Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors.
Don't wanna dream no more.
Can't wait, dude.
Me too.
Are we
I
already filling in the best song right now? A week ahead advance.
guess
Yeah, it's
so.
Dream Warriors. It's fucking Dream
It's
Warriors.
down.
I mean,
Dude,
come
it's
on.
on my iPod. I hear it almost every day.
Bro.
That's one of the songs I've always wanted to sing on karaoke, and I'm too scared to fuck it up, so I've never done it. I could totally hit the notes.
it.
I've never done it.
Do it.
Have you done Man Behind the Mask?
I don't think that one's on karaoke.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think it is.
Gene's got
There's not a lot of
document
Alice
ready to
Cooper
go.
on karaoke.
Oh, that's bullshit.
But there
Yeah,
is Dream Warriors?
Gene's got the docking.
Yeah, there's Dream Warriors.
That is surprising to me.
Docking. What about Night Ranger?
There's a shit ton of Night Ranger.
Yeah.
We had some, as everybody, so there's probably a lot of a lot of stone people singing that.
Fucking right, dude. You know. All right. So Nightmare 3. Let me look it up for the peeps. I know I'm gonna have that shit on physical, so
Same.
Yeah, same.
I'm good on that. I figured
yeah.
you boys are probably good on that as well.
Yeesh.
And yes, Heather, you are welcome to join us next week. I assumed you would actually, because you were with the other Nightmare on Elm Street movies. So next
Are
week
they-
we'll have Heather on.
So let's see. Apple, Vudu, Amazon, all for rent. Doesn't look like it's necessarily streaming anywhere for free, but you can still catch it. I'm sure most of y'all probably have the physical if I was a betting man, which I'm not. So
That still irritates me because for the longest time these were all on fucking Max.
They were on Max, all of
yeah,
them.
well, that's you can thank
Almost
Warner
since the
Brothers.
beginning of Max.
You could thank
Yeah.
Warner Brothers distribution for that shit. Dude, listen, man, I love Warner Brothers, but at the same time, man, I don't know what the fuck they're doing right now, man. They are just all over the place with
They don't know what they're doing.
and not I can't even say just one certain fashion of things. Like I'm talking like everything, dude. Gaming, fucking media. I don't know what the fuck they're doing, man. They're just not having a good time.
No,
What's
it's
up,
because
baby?
It's ever since that dipshit bought them, the fucking dude that owned Discovery, he's fucked it up completely.
Oh my god, bro! Like, dude, you boys know how much we'll do. We're obviously in the nerd news right now. We can consider this nerd news, but like, dude, I love MK1, man, but they dropped the ball on that hard in comparison to other games, dude. They should have kept that shit. Personally, 6 more months in development, dude, and really cracked down on that shit.
And I don't care about any of their DLC characters.
Well,
I could care less about Homelander or fucking Peacemaker.
So all the MK characters should have been in the game, regardless. Quan Chi is in the fucking story as well as Ermac, so they were already ready to be made as characters. And Warner Brothers were skeezy, and they were like, "No, make them as DLC." And they also never finished them on time. But it's also like,
Hi,
dude,
Charlie.
I'm sure you guys saw the last week it was released that Warner Brothers was reached out by the animation studio that made Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse to pitch a Batman Beyond movie, and Warner Brothers flat out said nobody's interested in that. No.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
So they had been pitching it before. They hadn't pitched it recently. They had been denied multiple times beforehand.
I think they said they
And
pitch it
so-
like once a year. They go in. And
They released the
Those pictures?
mock-ups that they had made for it, and in hopes that enough people will say, hey, no, we fucking want this movie, because if enough people say, hey, we're interested in this fucking movie, they'll give it to us. I want a live action Batman Beyond movie with Michael Keaton as fucking Bruce Wayne, and give us somebody badass as Terry McGinnis.
Who would be Terry McGinnis?
But
I almost feel like you need a no name.
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe he'd have to be young.
I'd be okay with a no name as long as he was good.
He'd have to be younger.
I would rather an aged up Affleck as old Bruce Wayne.
Ooh.
You think so?
Just because it'd be hard to believe Neo Tokyo would exist in today. Like, it'd have to be set in the future, and I think you need an older Affleck for that.
Older Affleck would definitely fit the old Bruce from that.
No, he would. He would.
Especially if you gave him the guard dog of,
Oh
Bruce
yeah,
and shit.
fuck yeah. And I love, like I always say, fucking Batfleck's my favorite version of Batman we ever got on screen, and it sucks that he never got his own flick. But everybody, I always put Michael Keaton's Batman with Batman the Animated Series Batman. Like, those two go hand in hand for me for some reason. So I just would put him in the role. But Asa Batfleck would be fucking awesome.
I mean, I'd be down for either one, but I don't know. Live action would be cool, but I'm just saying, man, like from a selling standpoint of Warner Brothers looking, it's like, yo, dude, look at how well Sony did off of that Spider-Man. And these guys want to do a Batman one. Let them fucking do it, man. Like, you'd be stupid not to. And don't try to make it some fucking 3-piece thing like everybody's doing nowadays, where it's got to be, oh, it's all part of a trilogy. No. Just give us one. That's it. That's all we need. One solid good one. And if it's good enough, it'll warrant a second one. That's how it should be. Don't just give us trilogies right off the fucking bat and be like, oh, this is what it is.
The guy that's running the show for Warner Brothers and DC and all that shit, they need to do to him like they did to fucking Norman Osborn in the first Spider-Man movie. When he goes into the board meeting and they all
but then he's gonna become Green Goblin. Well, I mean, like,
I don't care if he becomes a Green Goblin. I just want him out of fucking.
No, he's bad, dude. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's sad. It's sad because it's like, man, you have such. Your library is so extensive and so massive, and you can do amazing things with it. And it's just,
I fucking hope so, Gene. Gene says Deadpool 3 is going to change the game even for Marvel and Disney. I fucking hope so, because
I'm hoping I'm going to hold your word to it.
Yeah, because if this movie bombs, that's it. I mean, that's it for superhero movies, in my opinion.
I don't think there's a chance it will.
I don't think it'll bomb, but I want it to be as good as the first two.
I want it to be as good as the first one. I want it to be. I love the second one, but the second one even got on my nerves a little.
The second one fell flat.
The second one was just kind of like, it's trying a little too hard.
I got that impression too.
It felt like watching Anchorman 1 versus Anchorman 2. I love Anchorman 1. I
love Anchorman.
I hate Anchorman 2. Fucking hate. Oh, it's so bad. As soon as it goes into the RV spin scene, I'm like,
dude, that is like my favorite book. I love that shit so much.
And I love stupid, but that is fucking, I don't know. That was just a level of like, I agree, Charlie. I agree.
She had to wake up from her nap before, she has her weekly cameo on here.
That's right. She knows. She's like, that's right. Shut up, Dad. Is there anything else nerdy you guys want? Oh, Borderlands trailer we got this week.
Oh, and can we? Look, I don't think Cate Blanchett is attractive at all.
I disagree.
But in this fucking trailer,
I think she's.
I was like, holy shit, she looks fucking hot in this trailer.
So, I mean, I don't know if you boys ever rocked the Borderlands games. I've rocked a few of them. I rocked 1 and 2 pretty hard, and then I kind of fell. I have 3 and I never played it. But obviously, this is a mixed bag. We're stealing a couple different characters from a couple things, and I don't know. I'm intrigued with it.
Jack Black is fucking.
Jack Black is Claptrap is awesome to me. Kevin Hart, we'll see. I don't know, as the soldier, but and I don't know. I'm excited for it. Like we got Maxie in it, dude. They got Tiny Tina. She's from a whole different fucking game. Yeah. I don't know. It looks like a fun movie, and hopefully it's going in the right direction of where we all want video game movies to go and actually like be good. So
Yeah, don't give us Doom.
Yeah,
I still love it. Doom is a
I
guilty
hated it.
pleasure for me, dude.
Not
I don't know
for me.
what it is.
I hated
love it. Really?
I hated it. It was so
I
stupid.
will watch that movie so hardcore just for literally that first person scene, because that scene gets me so
That was the
fucking.
cheesiest.
I love it, dude. I fucking love it because I'm like,
That was like the fucking scene in House of the Dead.
Oh God, I forgot
first of
about
all,
that movie.
That movie is that has to be one of the worst pieces of shits I have ever paid money to go see in theaters. That was garbage.
Hey, so
They had a sequel too, didn't they?
It did. That was a directed DVD.
And the sequel was even worse.
Listen,
apparently
man.
apparently Tubi has something called Teleparty where we can all have watch parties. So we could do that sometime.
You know, Netflix used to have that on Xbox, and it was the coolest fucking thing in the world, man. All your avatars would get in this little theater, and you'd all sit down. You could do emotes and shit. And
Prime
the
has
person who
something like
started
that.
it. Yeah, they used to have that shit way back in the day, dude, in like 07, 08, and then they got rid of it. It was like the dumbest thing to get rid of. But let's see. So yeah, Borderlands trailer. Anything else nerdy to mention, boys?
Not that I can think of.
I got nothing.
We talked X-Men 97 last week. Obviously we got our cast of Fantastic Four revealed. I don't know how you guys feel on that. I don't know.
I'm
Go
not a fan of that cast. Not a fan.
don't.
I'm not feeling it.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't really care about Fantastic Four, so I was like,
Same.
I don't really know.
And they say
Like,
it's going to start. It's going to take place in the '60s, and supposedly they're going to get stuck in like the quantum realm until now, and they're going to emerge. And I think that's really, really fucking stupid.
so now you're gonna
Everybody's like,
just now you're gonna retcon the whole MCU now because of this.
Everybody's like, "Oh, that's a really cool idea." I'm like, "No, it's not. It's fucking dumb. It's just Captain America."
Yeah, no, man. Like they already kind of retconned that with Ant-Man anyways when they did that shit. And they were like, oh, when the original Ant-Man back in the 60s or 70s, whatever. I don't know. Other than that, yeah, man, that's all I fucking got, dude. I know, like I said, I mentioned earlier, if you're into gaming and you got PlayStation or PC, Helljumpers 2 is fucking on fire right now, dude. It's selling so well and it's doing so well that they don't have enough servers to hold the amount of people that have bought the game.
Holy shit!
Fuck.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking solid, dude. And they've already upped the servers 3 different times, and they still are just like, we don't know if we can do this. Yeah, they didn't expect it to do that well, which is fucking awesome, man. Like that's amazing for a game to hear for a game to do that, and especially a game at only a $40 price point. So fucking hey, man. Especially with you with the PS5, Chad, Daddy, I'd be looking at that shit like a motherfucker.
I'm going to have to do that. I'm
Fucking
looking for
right.
something new to play.
Ooh, Gene, I'm glad you brought that, but you're right. Hardcore, was it Hardcore Henry, right? Or was it Harry?
Henry.
Yeah, that was way better than Doom, but that was also an entire movie fitted to do that.
It's on Tubi.
Didn't we do that on LCE?
Oh, I know, I watched it. Did you guys do it on LC? No?
Oh, you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. No, I don't think we did. No.
Doesn't seem like
When
something
the fuck did I watch it then?
Cover.
I thought you guys did cover because I covered Turbo Kid with them. Weren't you supposed to cover that after the fact? Or did you cover something different?
I think we covered something different. Fuck.
That's all right.
What was it?
What was the one where the dude got enhanced or some shit? He got all those enhancements or some shit. Upgrade. That's what it was.
Yeah,
Not Hardcore Harry. Yeah, Upgrade.
I need to watch that.
Speaking of Turbo Kid, that reminds me. That's a couple of things for nerd news right there. Is they're finally dropping the Turbo Kid video game.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
And also there is a G.I. Joe game that's coming out that's basically it's done it the same way as the recent Ninja Turtles game.
Oh, no shit. Turbo Kid, IGN. That's awesome, dude. Is it coming out for everything? It's on Kickstarter right now. Okay. Well,
I think it
that's
plays out as like an arcade game or something.
Yeah. Looks like it does, yeah.
Wait, is it already out? It says initial date was 2022. Oh, it's on
No.
Steam. Oh, fuck yeah. I'm downloading the demo. All right. That's awesome, dude. Well, boys, I'm going to say I think we're probably good for this this week's episode.
I'm good. I got to get these kids to bed.
Word. All righty. So next week, catch us for Nightmare 3.
Yeah.
Dream Warriors. All right, Brody, you want to start us off, homie?
I can. This is your doppelganger king. Fucking DKB all the way from the land fucking down under saying, I'll catch you mothers hopefully next week if I'm not working. But other than that, thanks for having me this week. It was a pleasure. And yeah, I look forward to seeing y'all then. Over
Hell
to you,
yeah.
Steve.
This is your host with the ghost, the prince of the paranormal, the duke of the dead, and Charlie.
Yeah.
Saying, see you in your dreams next week.
Yeah, buddy.
Chad
This
Daddy.
is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy way down yonder in the Chattahoochee, saying join us next week for Dream Warriors and in the name of Lowrick, Prince of Elves, Demon Be Gone.
Yeah.
Nice. And I am your Fluffmaster Supreme, Big Johnny D, saying thank you once again, Gorehounds, for joining us for another fantastic episode. Remember, Nightmare 3 next week. And always, as remember, when Chuck Norris turned 18, his parents moved out.